Hello, you're listening to a Talk Spirit Anime Cast. My name is Andrew, and I'm joined here with Chris.
Yo.
And today's episode is our Summer 2025 anime season preview. We have way too many shows to go through. Get ready for it, Chris. Over 70 anime titles are right around the corner.
Yeah.
18 returners. 18 of those are returners. Like, massive hit shows are returning. And so that pretty much means that everything besides those 18 are probably going to get lost in the weeds.
Probably.
This is the season, as I say, that anime comes to die. But yes, the season has come around the corner, summer 2025 anime season, and I have combed through all the stuff, brought in all the data, put them into a spreadsheet so me and Chris can go through them, let you guys know what to expect the coming season, so strap in. There's a lot to go over, and I think the previews are good episodes to go through because it gives people like a brief idea of what they're looking forward to, and for the video podcast watchers, you'll see some screenshots and whatnot to get a sense. So even if, you know, most people aren't talking about a show, you can hear the synopsis and go, oh, that looks good. Write that down. So get that little pen and paper ready for it so you can write down and then watch it when it comes out, because I think we're going to have to be pretty picky this season.
Yeah. As
I was telling people I did a top 10 most anticipated video, as I usually do. And I put at the very end there, like, this idea of with how much is coming out now and how much is like big hitters, just, you don't have to watch it all. Just, you know, wait until the later parts of the season, see what people are talking about, write it down, and then binge it at the end. Like, you don't have to watch all these shows, and that's the unfortunate feel that a lot of people have, like myself. They have to watch everything. It's going to be hard. It's going to be very hard. I think when I was making my top 10 anticipated list, I had like 28, like, I have to watch these. 28. That's rough. Anyways, as usual, at talkspirit.com is where you can go for all of our links, social media links, ways to get a hold of us, ways to support us, all that good stuff. We greatly appreciate the sports channels, but we should just dive right into it because, again, we have 70 shows to go through. Some will be quick because they're like, you know, returners. We're not going to sit there and talk in detail about them, but you ready?
Yeah.
Do you have your mental list ready to write it down?
No.
No. Good. Good. The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity is our first show. Do I have this turned off? I don't. Anyways, Karu Hana wa Ren to Saku. Chidori High is a boys' school that takes in the dredge of society with the lowest grades. Next door stands Kikyo Girls High, where the wealthy, high-class families send their precious daughters. Chidori's second-year Rintaro, who has a fierce face but a gentle heart, is helping at his family's patisserie. Is it patisserie? Pastry shop. It's a pastry shop. When he meets a girl named Karuko, the two hit it off right away, but this blissful peace is quickly disturbed when Rintaro discovers that Karuko is actually a student of Kikyo. Worst, she doesn't seem to realize what a huge problem it really is. Will these two be able to forge a path for themselves and sidestep the traps, metaphorically and literally, laid by their classmates? Are you liking what you're seeing? What does it remind you of? Please say it. Please say it. Please say it. Uniform? Uniform? School
Is
uniform? Are you seeing? Have you seen?
I mean, uniform? I can see that. I absolutely love it. It looks gorgeous.
That's the feel I got. It's made by Cloverworks. It's the director and series composition writer for Kebi Sailor uniform. So that's where I got the vibes. I'm like, oh, confirmation right there. We got that team.
I mean, it looks gorgeous. The only thing I'm concerned about is that it's it's one of those reverse harems, and I don't know.
Is it a reverse harem?
It looks like it. I mean, it could just be a romance, but it just...
Did it show somebody else coming after her?
No, it just showed a few guys.
Oh, yeah. I assume the guys that's the guys at his school, and like I said, it seems to imply this idea of, again, these two schools are at odds in the idea that societally. Because here's the precious girls, and here's all the bad boys. And the idea of a boy from this bad boy school being around the precious girl, nobody's going to like it. Like, you stay away from that boy. And I get a sense from the PV that it's kind of got that sense there where she's like, I don't care what they're saying. You're my friend. I like you, yada, yada, yada. The cool thing is, you kind of see it in the PV. Contrast.
Oh, yeah. I seen that. There was a clip of them both sitting on the table, and just the difference in size is just huge.
That was the only place I was seeing it in the PV. I wasn't sure if you're picking up on it, but yeah, she's a little shorty. But yeah, I think it looks gorgeous. looks absolutely gorgeous. I'm really hoping. I think there's been confirmation for one of them at least, but there's a concern that I have that there's 3 Cloverworks next season.
Oh yeah,
My Dress Up Darling, Fragrant Flower Blooms, and Rascal. I think Rascal's right. Rascal's Cloverworks? Question mark. So yeah, so that's the 3. So they're busy. They're gonna be busy next season. So hopefully at least
nobody
one of them's done.
Falls through the cracks.
Hopefully one of them's done. Well, I mean, again, when Dress Up Darling's first season aired, it was airing alongside Akebi. And those were on the same exact day, and those both turned out fantastic in the end. I mean, you can make arguments that Akebi had like these very overly held shots and whatnot that could have been sort of, shortcuts, but I think they're fine. I think they'll be fine. I hope they're fine. I hope their team members are fine. But yes, anyways, Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity is by Cloverworks. Sources of manga, comedy, drama, romance. Like I said, series composition, writer, and director worked on Akebi Sailor Uniform. And it will be streaming on Netflix. Now, here's the big, massive concern. If I remember correctly, I read somewhere where there is going to be a delay for Netflix. I think they're doing one of those kind of like, it's like exclusive on platform in Japan for Netflix for some reason for a week. And then they're going to be global with the show. So keep that in mind. Things may change, but I think the announcement they finally did show that they were going to be delayed. That sucks. I'm sure those that know how to get it are going to get it on the day. Just like with Blue Box, we weren't technically waiting. For those that knew where to get it, you weren't waiting. But it's unfortunate for anybody that's going to watch it legitimately. You're going to be a week late on it. I don't know why they're doing that, but that is what it is. Any final thoughts on Fragrant Flowers? I'm going to assume that's going to be I'm trying desperately to watch that.
I'm going to try, yeah.
We're just going to assume it's going to be a try thing for Chris, but yes. Let's move on to Gachiakuta. This will be another fun one to ask you what you think it reminds you of. Gachiakuta, a boy lives in a floating town where the poor scrape by and the rich live a sumptuous life, simply casting their garbage off the side into the abyss when he's falsely accused for murder. Huh?
My Hero.
No. Anyways, you failed. That's one strike, Chris. Simply casting their garbage off the side into the abyss. When he's falsely accused for murder, though, his wrongful conviction leads to an unimaginable punishment, exiled off the edge with the rest of the trash down on the surface. The cast-off waste of humanity has bred vicious monsters, and to travel the path of to vengeance against those who cast him into hell, a boy will become a warrior. The story synopsis gives me like Battle Angel vibes. Totally not true, but it's that whole idea, like the higher society up there and everybody else is down here, scraping off the trash. Still not catching it? Something that's aired this season, actually.
I mean, the only other one was Stone.
Oh, that's that I can see, but it's totally Fire Force.
I mean, yeah,
you got that Fire Force.
That was the other one, but you had already got on to me for that, so.
So somebody will correct me if I'm wrong, but what I think I read somewhere, I think it was on Mal, was listed this. The creator is Kei Urana, and she is like a massive Soul Eater fan. And then apparently she got to work as an assistant work with Atsushi Okubo as they worked on Fire Force. So again, technically that's the creator of Fire Force and Soul Eater. She's a fan of their works and then eventually starts working for them. So that's like when I watched the PV, I'm like, oh, this looks very familiar to what's currently airing right now. That makes sense. I think I knew that back when they first announced the adaptation of this, but I forgot.
Well, you have, I mean, the main reason why I said,
you said Dr.STONE and you said...
My Hero.
My Hero, yeah.
There was, at one scene, it looked like the character kind of did this kind of basically it was almost like I was looking at Deku charging up and at some point.
Yeah,
I could go with the baggy clothes for the Soul Eater and all that. I mean, it definitely has that in spades.
Is there a moon anywhere?
Yeah, just waiting for that to pop up.
Look for the smiling moon.
Now the Soul Eater, I mean not Soul Eater, the
Fire Force?
The Dr. Stone.
Dr. Stone.
That's mostly the hair. The hair, I keep getting kind of glimpses of different hairstyles, and it's like
thick lines too.
Yeah, the thick lines. I kept wanting to see tattoos on the face because that's almost
lines.
Yeah. So I mean, take it for what it is. I would definitely go with the Soul Eater crowd mostly, but that's mostly because of the baggy clothes.
I am super excited for this. I didn't mention it earlier because I got kind of sidetracked, but yes, I am. The Fragrant Flower Blooms is easily in my top 10 most anticipated shows. I'm extremely excited for it. I love the Kebi in the uniform. It looks adorable. Again, contrast is great. Gachiakuta was almost in my top 10 list. It was it barely fell off. I technically it probably could have interchanged with a couple of the shows that was in my 10 list. It honestly was pretty even game there. But yeah, I'm pretty excited for this one. This is one I did check out the manga a little bit. I like briefly went into like the first few chapters of it, just to get a sense of like the setup of the show. It's very like shocking kind of introduction. You know, obviously you get that sense he's framed for murder. It has a very kind of brutal start to it. I wasn't like super impressed by it, but based on the aesthetic and how it looks and Bones Film working on it, I do have a lot of hope for it. So I'm hoping that again, creativity they've kind of share with this other creator hopefully kind of rubs off in this one, and we get some really good story here. But we'll see. I know there's a lot of people that are pretty excited for this one. I think of the new shows, this is easily up there as one of the most anticipated. So actually more surprising that Fragrant Flower Blooms that means that it has more Mal users because this is below it. That's actually a shock. I guess that's that could just be an element of people being excited for Fragrant Flower Blooms because it's a Cloverworks and they have 3 titles coming up next season and people are talking about all 3 of them at the same time, which is the Akebi Sailor Uniform effect. Akebi Sailor Uniform, I was convinced that show would have gotten no viewership, but they were doing a cross-promotion thing where it was like, this is Cloverworks Saturday. And everybody watched one show and then the other. Like I think it was one was before the other, and so people would watch one and go right in the other one, which was pretty cool. It was a cool little cross-promotion they technically did with that, because I think that Kebi wouldn't have been at all watched if it weren't for that. Yeah, currently on Mal, it is much higher. It is the highest new show of the season is Fragrant Flower Blooms. Gachiakuta is below it. That's actually surprising. I mean, we're talking like 10K, and it's the start of the season. People haven't really registered all of they're going to watch. They're waiting for our podcast to register.
Clearly.
Like all the Mal users are waiting for our podcast, obviously. But yeah, it's on your radar? Question mark?
Maybe.
Gachiakuta. Let's move on to Trauma. This is a show that I know Chris is definitely not going to want to watch. I've already scared a couple people away from it. Talking about this one, I kind of was very clear to people. It's a gut punch show. You got to know what you're getting into. I always recommend to a lot of people, if you are actually going to be invested in the show, don't look into anything. Don't look into PVs or anything. If you're watching the podcast, the screenshots down there, don't look at them. Takopi's original sin, or Takopi no Genzai. This one's Takopi travels from his home, a happy planet, to spread happiness across Earth, but meets the unsmiling Shizuka upon landing. Her friends at school and home life seem to be the source of her somber expression, and the pure-hearted Takopi is determined to change things for the better. But what truth awaits him as a curtain rises in this shocking drama? The kids are mean. The kids are mean. Studio is in Initia. The source is a manga. Genres are drama, psychological, sci-fi, and the director working on this worked on Dr.STONE. So now, there's a few things to keep in mind for this one. Is one that it's starting before the season starts, and it is only going to be going for 6 episodes. So this will probably be done within the first month of the season. It's not a long airing series. Let me see what the actual start date is. I think it was the 28th question mark. Yeah, 28th. So it'll start like the week before the season starts. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it'll be going right into barely into August. So it's a quick air, but
and you're saying that this one is gonna be brutal?
It's tough. It's got some tough subjects. It's dealing with tough subjects. It deals
Because I'm assuming she's homeless.
No, I mean it literally just said home life seems to be a source of her somber expression. So
She's just avoiding home.
She's anyways, I don't want to say anything. Stop. Don't prod me. I literally didn't want to say anything about this show. But no, when I heard about the adaptation, I seen the cover art that they released for it saying that it was announced, and I'm like, I immediately went and checked out the manga because I heard a couple people stirring about like, holy crap, it's getting adapted. It's great. So I checked out the manga. I got to the first real gut punch moment, like big moment. People know. And then I stopped reading it because I seen the trailer and I thought that it looked, like it had a great art style to it. And I wanted to kind of experience it with everybody else with the anime. So I will know the first big story beat, but we'll see where it goes from there. But I've heard nothing but good things about the storytelling in the thing itself. So it's good stuff. And I'm super, super pumped for it.
I mean, I'm highly intrigued. I mean, I think it looks absolutely amazing. I'm hoping for just drama, not kind of psychopathic crazy crap. But yeah, I'm very, very highly intrigued.
I'm hoping for a happy ending. I hope in the end Shizuka is happy in the end. If you are a reader of the source material, I don't need to know. But I'm intrigued. I'm super intrigued by it. I'm loving it. I love it. I cannot wait. Again, the end of this month. It's when it all starts. I guess it's not too early if it's just the 28th. I just know a lot of people are listing it as being a spring anime. And it's like, no, that's literally summer, dude. It's literally summer. Takopi's original sin. Let's move on to the summer Hikaru died. As I call it, the Parasite the Maxim sequel. I'm joking. The summer Hikaru died. Hikaru ga shinda natsu. Two best friends living in a rural Japan village, Yoshiki and Hikaru. Growing up together, they were inseparable until the day Hikaru came back from the mountains and was no longer himself. Well, it said this summer that he died, apparently. Something has taken over Hikaru's body. Memories, feelings, and everything they know begin to unravel. Studio is Cygames Pictures. The sources of manga. Genres are horror, mystery, psychological, supernatural, thriller. And director worked on Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night and Ero Manga Sensei. That's a nice mixture. That's a nice mixture. Yuri Fangirls and Perverted Sister and Brother. Yeah, this one's way up there is probably a big hyper for a lot of people. Again, another one that's kind of way up there as a new series coming out. I think it's going to be probably big on Netflix itself. Which technically goes to sort of a trend that we've been seeing with Netflix lately and getting a lot of these more, yes, kind of not anime, like more serious stories that are going to be more catching to a general audience. And this is one of the ones when I first heard about it, I'm like, yeah, I'm kind of on board. And the trailer looks really, really good. The trailer looks really, really good. There's a side of me that almost gets a vibe of Summertime Render, actually. Not the whole reset thing and everything like that, just kind of like the brutality of it. Or like a Higurashi, because they're in a rural area and there's murder happening.
Maybe that. I don't know. It looks, crazy. Looks good, but yeah, very crazy. So no, probably not going on my watch list.
I think the thing that captured me, and you're probably getting it from the subtitles. The thing that captured me when I was watching it is I was listening to what they were saying, and it sounded like they were implying that. So I didn't get the subtitle version, so I might actually say something else. I was getting a sense that like Hikaru, this parasite or whatever infected Hikaru, doesn't want him to reveal it because he doesn't want to have to kill him. Like, please don't tell anybody. I don't want to have to kill you. Like, there's a sense where this parasite infected thing is, again, because it probably has the memories of Hikaru, doesn't want to kill his friend. But he knows that if he gets caught, he's in trouble or something like that. Like, the survival's there, but the memories of his friends there, too. And depending on how they actually handle that could be really, really cool. Like, again, basically this entity, this monster having feelings.
That's all right. They've got cameos from the Sekko Boys.
They do?
Yeah.
Nice.
They were in there.
Sekko Boys were a great band, or a great idol group. That first episode of Sekko Boys was so good. That first episode was so good. Can't really say much else of it. I'm curious if there'll be more. It obviously looks like there's somebody hunting them down. So that's going to be a problem, too. He can't tell anybody because he'll kill him, and this other guy's after him. It's literally the main character's getting stuck in the middle of a human versus parasite war or something. I don't know. Anyways, that's the summer Hikaru died. I'm super pumped for that one. Let's move on to Tougen Anki. I think that's the title. Legend of the Cursed Blood. Or Tougen Anki is just the Japanese title. They didn't have that extra subtitle. They probably mean the same thing. It's probably one of those, like, they have the Japanese and English title, the same title. Anyways, the bloodlines of Oni and Momotaro have been passed down amongst certain humans for generations long ago. The Oni, aware of their own ferocity, lived in seclusion. However, their peace was shattered by an invasion led by Momotaro. Over thousands of years, the two factions formed the Momotaro Agency and the Oni Agency, respectively, been locked in a conflict ever since. The protagonist, Shiki Ichinose, suddenly learns of his Oni lineage following an unexpected attack by Momotaro. This revelation sets Shiki on the path to discover the destiny that lies within his blood, a meeting with Oni dwelling within him. A new generation of dark heroics begins here in this tale of demons. I like how they call it Oni forever, then they call it demons at the end. Is that CGI? Did I just see CGI? Is Andrew gonna get triggered by CGI?
Oral Cigarettes has got a song this season.
I don't remember seeing that part of the trailer. Yeah, I think there's two different groups of this one that I actually liked. What was the other one? I forget. I'll probably show it eventually. I think it actually shows both of them in this one. Or maybe I see it on the mail. But yeah, this is done by Studio Hibari, sources of manga, action, mystery, supernatural, and the series composition done by the person that worked on Overlord and No Gun's Life. I got Dead Man Wonderland vibes when I watched this, because I don't think you control blood in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, this looks like Dead Man Wonderland. He makes a machine gun, if I remember correctly. It just turns his blood into a machine gun and starts shooting. I don't know. This is gonna be definitely a 2-episode at least watch before I would care about it. It looks very shonen.
It does
very
actually feel kind of shonen-ish. I don't know. I don't mind giving it a shot. I like weird powers like this. So
let me guess. He gets attacked by Momotaro, probably because he's like this legendary Oni bloodline, like one of the best Oni bloodlines. And then
yeah, he's probably related to the Oni like king type thing.
Yeah. And so that's why Momotaro's going after him. And then now that he learns this, he gets recruited into the Oni side of it, and then he has to go to the training camp. And then like there's a CGI. Ugh. And so then he has to spend probably like at least 10 episodes training with his friends, and they're going through all these little training camps and whatnot. He get to know each one of them. They're becoming bestest friends. He's hearing all their sob stories, and eventually it'll lead into the attack on the Oni camp by possibly Momotaro and his group, or maybe just some like a high commander, and the series will end. That's my prediction.
So you think all of this is just them training? You don't think
it's mostly going to be training and meeting the characters, and then eventually getting attacked by a captain or a general?
You don't think it's going to be him training, and then people are attacking while they're training?
That's what I mean. They're going to come and attack their training camp at some point. They'll get attacked. Put it down there. Tougen Anki, Legend of the Cursed Blood, or Dead Man Wonderland. I bet there's like some big fans of Tougen Anki that hate the idea of people bringing up Dead Man Wonderland. I bet you. I bet they get mad. Here's definitely one that I'm massively excited for. City the Animation. This town is not just a normal town. There's laughter, love, and emotional moments, and unpredictable, ordinary life presented by the residents. Exciting stuff comes from one after another. Welcome to City the Animation. That's all you need to know. But no, the studio is Kyoto Animation. Really fantastic studio. They're obviously sources of manga, comedy, slice of life, and of course the creator of City the Animation, or the source material for it, is none other than Keiichi Arawi, which is of course the creator of Nishijo, which you could not guess by the art style, could you? There is no way in hell you could guess. Look at that shot, Kyoto Animation. That is the cleanest zoom in I've ever seen. Some that's got to be sort of CGI creation there, but still, the way that they made that not look like CGI is incredible. But anyways, yeah, I'm super like excited for this one because I love Kyoto Animation, but mainly because Nishijo is like, I think it's literally my number one comedy of all time. It's in my top 10 favorite anime of all time, and I've heard from a few commenters, which yes makes it true, that this is like right up your alley. If you like Nishijo, it's more of the same. So that's my massive hope there, and that I hope they have a robot girl somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
There has to, not a robot girl. There has to be a mad scientist lolly somewhere with a robot girl. If not, then I'll be very upset.
I agree. This freaking looks amazing. I absolutely love the change of tone for KyoAni. I mean, that shot does look freaking amazing.
Right?
But yeah, hearing that it's comedy just makes it even 10 times better. I absolutely super hyped for this one for sure.
Put it down on your list. Put it down on the mental list, Chris.
I have a mental list.
Yes, I said you were going to do it mentally.
Oh, did I?
Make sure to do it.
I thought I said no.
You just didn't have to write it down. Another one, right after another one that another one that's in my top 10 list, obviously. Massively excited for. Secrets of the Silent Witch, or Silent Witch Chinmoku no Maho no Kakushikoto. This one is Monica Everett. The Silent Witch is the world's only practitioner of voiceless magic, a veritable heroine who single-handedly fended off the Black Dragon of legend. However, the young prodigy is actually super duper shy. Yet, turns out that she only learned voiceless magic to avoid speaking in public.
I can go with that. She's super cute.
Man. But yeah, ignorant of this, the seven sages have placed her on the top secret mission to guard the second prince. Can Monica keep it together as she contends with both social interaction and the evils targeting the young royal? Studio Gokomi is working on it. Source is a light novel. Director worked on Princess Connect. And the genres are adventure and fantasy. She looks like a hot mess, dude. She looks like a mess. Like, obviously true to the nature of her being socially uncomfortable. Just constantly frazzle-faced. But apparently she falls down some stairs. That's not good. Apparently in the PV they show where she dies. She falls downstairs. Studio Gokomi, not a great studio, was it? Am I blanking on what Studio Gokomi's worked on?
I mean, the PV looks freaking solid, so...
Yeah, I'm married to the girl in my class looked like butt. Reincarnated as a vending machine looked like butt. Hoshikuzu...
Please stop being... Huh?
Hoshikuzu Telepath looked okay. They're working on Vending Machine Season 2 this Season 2. That's scary. I'm growing very scared right now. The PV looks amazing. It looks visually gorgeous. And the directing looks gorgeous. So I'm hoping they've been cooking on this for a while. Or they have two different groups working on Vending Machine and working on this. Or most of this is already done. Because the PV looks like a pilot film. That's how, not like high caliber pilot film, but it looks really good. Like, it looks like this is not the finished product. Don't expect this in the TV anime. PVs can have the best shots in it. So keep that in mind. But damn, Gokomi, I do not trust. I hope this is their A-team and they have good budget here. And this doesn't fall apart within an episode. Am I scaring you?
When was the last show that they did?
I married to the girl in my class that I hate. And that show, for the most part, did not look good.
Was that last season or the season before? I don't remember.
I think it was 2 seasons ago. Well, it wouldn't be this season. It would have been the previous season. So it'd been
maybe they've been working this all season.
Hopefully. I hope they have way more time than 3 months. Okay.
I'm with you.
The beginning after the end, that's 3 months. That's 3 months work. They need at least 6 months to get this caliber. At least 6 months before the season starts to get this caliber. A year, hopefully. 3 months? No. Again, Hoshikuzu Telepath was a pretty show. It wasn't the most visually animated show, but it's a pretty show. That's the girls that were making the bottle rockets. And then they started working on making actual, like, gunpowder rockets and stuff. Anyways. But then Vending Machine before then, I'm sorry, not a good-looking show. Then before then was the hell was that called? Oh, the Dreaming Boy Became a Realist. That's right. Which that one, the PVs looked good, but the actual show wasn't great. It's just not really great stuff. I mean, there was, I think the one that obviously put them on the radar for me would have been Yuki Yun as a Hero, which that one, I think the second season had a lot of issues. I guess they're hit and miss. We'll see. I'm gonna stop dooming it. Andrew Doomer for this. It looks gorgeous though. Her frazzle face is great. Is that on your radar? Do you care about it at all?
Yes-ish.
Yes-ish. That's great. Anyways, that's the secret of the Silent Witch. Massive prayers go out to Studio Gokumi. Please keep to this caliber. Please. This PV's caliber. Please. Anyways, let's move on to something I don't care about. We'll see. It could be great, but I'm not jumping on my seat for this right now. There's no freaking way I'll be your lover unless... Or watashi ga koibito ni nararu wake naijin muri janata nakat. I always say that. Always mess it up. Muri janata. Rinako Amori is leaving her awkward and lonely junior high school life behind, determined to become a normal girl with normal friends in high school. Glamorous, confident Mai Ozuka is Renako's total opposite, wealthy, outgoing, and literal fashion model. Against the odds, the two girls form an immediate connection. Well, based on the PV, she tries to jump off a building, and then she does some weird, like, dance move to grab her in the air. Anyways, Renako thinks that she may have found the best friend of her dreams until Maya's romantic confession sends her into a tailspin. Renako wants to prove to Mai that being BFFs is better than being girlfriends, but Mai is dead set on convincing Renako that they're destined to be lovers. Let the love games begin. That's a good concept, I guess. It's a decent concept. It's essentially the idea of, like, I'm gonna prove to you that you love me kind of thing, probably.
Yeah.
Anyways. Studio Mother. I always forget that because the way this wrote out is Studio Mother. Source of light novel, comedy, romance. What are you thinking, Chris?
I don't know. It looks okay. The concept seems all right. It might be interesting to see how this all plays out, especially when you add in all these other characters. But
it looks like a harem we're building up.
Yeah, it definitely looks more like it's going to be just kind of pushy. I don't know that it's necessarily going to be that bad, though. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's really all... It looks like it's going to be too caught up in the top-bottom stuff, so it might could work out.
I was about to say, I thought that she fell off the building because she was getting all clingy to her. I was like, what's a way to do that? Okay, whatever. Art style is good. Art style looks okay. There's no freaking way I'll be your lover unless... Let's move on to Apocalypse Bringer Mynoghra. I guess that's how you say that. Mynoghra. Isekai Moku Shiroku Mynoghra. Hametsu no Bunmei de Hajimeru Sekai Seifuku. Takuto Ira succumbed to illness at a young age and ended up reincarnated into a world that resembles their fantasy turn-based strategy game, Eternal Nation. Not only did he reincarnate into his favorite game, but as the god who commands the evil civilization Mynoghra. With Mynoghra's beautiful hero unit, Sludge Witch Atau, by his side. Not even legendarily difficult race traits will stand in the way of restarting their civilization. Lord Takito, I think this is supposed to be the female, like, Lord Takito, won't you start over with me? Explore, expand, exploit, exterminate. A tactical fantasy world is waiting for heroes like you. Join Eternal Nation today. God, that sound like an... I mean, this probably is literally like the back of the book. Like, there's some crazy, like, advertisement line.
So is it a civilization builder?
I don't know. It said a fantasy turn-based strategy game. So I'm guessing at some point he's just going to have to, like, wait for somebody to move before he can move again. Like, does it... Every time he does something in the story, he has to wait for the other side and make the decision, and then he's able to move again. Mynoghra. Did you see it? Am I saying that right?
Yeah. I don't know if that's how it's spelled.
I think it's Mynoghra. Mynoghra. Yeah, Mynoghra, I think. Anyways, sorry for those that language is from. This is going to be the first one for me to say it, and I'm going to be very careful about saying this over and over again because I don't want to get repetitive, but this was one of those ones where I would probably be interested in giving this a really good shot, but this is going to die in the season. This will die in the season. I did hear a lot of... I don't know if this was the one. I think I'm thinking a different one, but I think I heard some people pretty hyped for this one. So I think it does have a fandom behind it. So...
I mean, I'm definitely going to give it a shot. It looks a little bit dark, but if it's a civilization builder, I might like it. I'm going to give it a shot for sure.
No, you forgot. It's supposed to be a tactical RPG. Anyways. By the way, folks, Chris got me boba tea. And every now and then I get it in my mouth and I have to...
I also got you a red bean.
Yeah, but I heard this is room temp and it's going to make me sick. No, it feels kind of cold. Feels kind of cold. Chris running around those Asian stores. Those wannabe Asian stores that are in the United States acting like they have Asian stuff. I'm joking. Anyways, The Water Magician. That's a great title. I call it in other world as Squirtle. Mizu Zokusei no Maho Tsukai. Ryo is delighted to be reincarnated into a fantastical world of Phi, where he thinks he'll get to live a quiet life learning how to use his newfound water magic. I'm sorry. There's this trope, and they're using it here too. There's this trope that people get isekai that have read isekai stories. So they dream of the idea of being isekais, and they finally get it, and they go, yay, I get to be isekai. Why do every single one of them expect they're going to have a quiet life in their other life? Every isekai life is not chill. They're never chill. Either they're going to have somebody driving them crazy, like waifus, or the entire world comes down upon them because they're OP. Anyways, going with the flow, let's see, gets newfound water magic. Going with the flow here, however, means something very different. Ryu is immediately pitted against the wild lands he winds up in and a slew of deadly monsters that call the remote subcontinental home. Calling the remote subcontinent home. You'd think he'd forget about taking it easy when he's stuck fighting for his life, but lucky for Ryu, he's naturally optimistic, clever, and blessed with a hidden eternal youth trait. 20 years pass in the blink of an eye, and each encounter along the way pushes him one step closer to the pinnacle of human magic. Little does he realize that this is the only opening chapter of his tale, basically the first episode. Fateful meeting of soon thrusts Ryu to the forefront of history, forever changing the course of his life, thus beginning the ventures of the strongest water magician in the world has ever seen, who also likes to do things at his own pace. That's a long synopsis. What do you like? What are you thinking about in another world as Squirtle? Does he look like a Squirtle?
No, he doesn't.
He doesn't spit out water, I don't think.
But it looks like a red dragon does turn into a guy, so maybe he does turn into a Squirtle.
Is it a hot guy?
Yes.
Good.
And then they show the...
Is it voiced by Kendra?
Kendra Suda. And then
Hold on. I'm going to look it up. Go ahead.
Then they added in an elf, which is probably going to be wind magic, because elves naturally have wind magic.
I think that's a very that's racial profiling. I think they literally do. I think they're doing that. No, it's not Kendra Suda. Dang it.
But no,
I almost was gonna watch the show.
It looks okay. I think I might check it out. I tend to enjoy most of the isekais, so we'll see what happens.
See.
I can see myself dropping it pretty quick though. I don't know.
Oh, is that the dragon?
I don't know. It was a red dragon, then randomly a guy with red hair.
Naturally,
I mean, there's
naturally when a dragon turns into a person, they have red clothes.
But there was a ship there, so that looks like it was in the background. So maybe he's just washed up on the beach.
The water magician. Let's move on to Tsuyokute New Saga. Let's see here. After a fierce battle, magic swordsman Kyle finally killed the demon lord after being seriously injured in the battle. Kyle, on the verge of death, approaches a relic which was in the possession of the demon lord, and it sends him to the past. After recovering from the initial shock, he decides to use his opportunity to avoid making the same mistake of the past and become stronger. That's it. Cool. They have a note here. Initially scheduled for July 2023. The anime saw several delays and changed the director. Previously, they changed the studios as well, apparently. Currently, the studios listed is Sotsu, Studio Masket, and Studio Clutch. Okay, if you have that many delays, why air in summer of 2025? Delay it by one more season at least. Like, if you're struggling, the worst thing to do is we got it, we're making it, and then you're gonna go up against all these bangers. But hey, like the last one that we had a lot of delays with was Sword of the Demon Hunter, and that one's turning out good. So it's not like every time there's like a lot of delays, the show's gonna be dead upon arrival. We'll see. How's it looking, Chris?
It looks fine. I mean, if anything, the concept is more what I'm interested in. I mean, what was the other one that we watched that did the same kind of idea? I liked the idea
Seven
of it.
Loop was a female version of it, basically. Where she goes back in time and then she doesn't want to go to her death, basically.
That's not the one that I was thinking of. I was thinking of the one where he went and he...
Oh, there's the one that he had a whole bunch of buddies. Party, and they fought the big boss that blew up, and they go back.
And then he went back. And it turned into him going, oh, I know something. And it's like, okay, this is just kind of dumb. This one, if he pulls it off, I'm much more for it. I love the concept of the going back, especially like the other one was kind of was bringing in characters that didn't make it all the way. I liked that, and it would be really cool if they were to do stuff like that with this one.
Yeah, like my friend died in the Battle of blah blah, so if they don't go to that battle, then they'll survive. We just avoid not
or overtraining the crap out of them until they're super overpowered.
Forcing them to be in his group so they can boof them up. I can see that. Tsuyokute New Saga. We'll see how that turns out. All right, Chris, let's get back to something I'm super excited for. Next one that's in Andrew's top 10 list of most anticipated, with a little bit of hesitation, with a little bit of salt there. I'm going to put a little salt there. I'm going to temper my expectations a little bit. Introduction to Mineralogy, Ruri no Hoseki. Mineral collecting is like modern-day treasure hunt. Ruri, a high school girl who loves jewelry and accessories, gets in the world of mineral collecting, venturing into mountains, rivers, and caves. It basically gives an idea of the manga, which basically talks about getting into different minerals, including quartz, garnet, pyrite, gold, sand, and fluorite, using different tools and specialties, and getting the idea that the author himself has an extensive knowledge or solid knowledge of mineralogy. So basically, a mangaka who is a mineralogy geek makes an anime with cute girls doing mineralogy. But of course, the big reason why I'm super excited for this, PV looks good. But yeah, Studio Bind's working on it. And the sources of manga, Adventure Slice of Life, the creator or the director worked on Onimai. The series composition writer is Michiko Yokote. So you got a solid team. It's basically the Onimai team working on this one. And it shows in the PV. It looks very Onimai. I wouldn't say like over the top like comedic looking like Onimai was, but it's got that kind of style aesthetic and some really good animation in there.
It looks freaking amazing. I can't deny there's a heavy urge to want to watch this. I mean, I don't know that I'm going to be interested in the cute girls doing this.
Mineralogy. that's my Andrew hesitation. I don't care about mineralogy, but
well, I mean,
she looks really cute with that mineralogy in her hand.
Think about the girl with the bike. I mean, I didn't think it would be all that interesting, but it worked. Super Cub. Yeah.
Oh man, you're going for the best example of how you could have a geek about something and it turn out really good.
Right. So I mean,
you set that bar high, Chris.
I know.
Super Cub's like the prime example of how to do. I'm a nerd about something. I'm a Super Cub otaku. This is obviously a mineralogy otaku. But yeah, it looks super good. I hope it has some fun moments in it. It's got some good assets.
Right?
It's got some good close up of some assets.
Just getting that hammer out of that pocket.
Mm-hmm. Here's a close up shot of that back pocket as she pulls that hammer out of it. I really do hope. Again, my hesitation is around I don't care about rocks. We had actually one here recently. We had a show. What was it called? I think it had a hint of Yuri in it too. It was a show where I think it was the club had two different things. One was rocks and one I think was stargazing. And the clubs were like the same one or something like that.
Yeah, it sounds right.
And I just couldn't get into it. And it wasn't too focused on the rocks and everything. Like I think its overall show just didn't really have my interest. But I want this to be good just because the characters look great. The interactions look good so far in the PvE. I love the styling aesthetic. So I'm hoping that I do note that I did read a bit of Onimai after I was watching a bit of the show. And I felt like they took the source material and made it into what felt like a full-length TV show rather than, very quick jump jokes. And so I hope that this team will do the same for this, where even if the manga is very, geeky, look at this rock has this. It's got this, they usually use it for this. They usually break it down and put it in the jewelry, blah, 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 blah. Take that and turn it into the slice of life elements. Have those slice of life elements come to the forefront. That adventure element come to the forefront. It looks like it. It looks like it based on the PV. So I'm hype, but we'll see.
Maybe we will end up learning more about mineralogy than we ever.
It's a very good perspective shot right there. I'm sorry. Were you saying something? I couldn't see your face past your chest, lady. Joking. Anyways, you excited for that one?
I'm gonna give it a shot. That one I will give a shot.
I know one that you're going to be excited for. Eurocamp Grandpa's arc.
No.
Solo camping for 2. Solo camping for 2. Futari solo camp. Dude, this is getting huge. I don't think people can really ignore it anymore. The whole, camping and travel anime, I think it's just totally going to be a staple every season now. Eurocamp, I think, really popularized this style of storytelling, of just going different locations and stuff. I mean, this current season that we're sitting in right now has Mono, Zatsutabi, and what was the other one? There's 3. Mono, Zatsutabi, and oh my gosh, I know people are gonna get super mad that I'm forgetting the other one. Anyways, but I think it's gonna be a new thing. But yeah, Jin. This is the old man version, though. If you like the other ones with the cute girls, this is the old man version. Jin, Gin, Gen. That's Gin, right? Not Jin. That's Gin.
Yes.
Yeah, Gin. Gin Kinokura, 34 years old, a solitary camper who cherishes his alone time in nature. Man, based on that PV, it's looking like he's not allowed to do that. Gin enjoys usual solo camping trips. However, he unexpectedly encounters Shizuku Kusano, a complete beginner in camping, reluctantly. Gin ends up camping with Shizuku, despite it being the last thing he wanted to do. What will become of Gen's peaceful camping life now that it's turned upside down by his new companion? Well, if this was another H show, I know where that would go. But unfortunately, I don't think that's the route it's going. She's going to drive him nuts as he's trying to be alone. I bet he's going to keep going to different campsites and she just shows up and needs help. It's totally what it's going to do.
Well, it looked like that was hinting at it, where he was enjoying the scene, and there was shouting in the background.
Is he going to keep bumping into her? Or is it going to be one of those things where he just finds joy in helping somebody else enjoy camping? I think it's going to be the last. He's going to be like a Babaka kind of guy. Like, oh, she makes good food. There you go. I just seen in the PV, she shoved chicken in his mouth, and he's like, yeah, I think I'm going to camp with her more often. I've never seen chicken cook like that. That's weird. Anyways, on board with it? No. Yeah, I'm not. I have no interest.
No.
I'm done. I'm tapped out on your camp clones at this point. But yeah, solo camping for 2. So that's your probably Yashike comedy type show for this season. Let's move on to my gosh, this show. The Mikadono sisters are surprisingly easy to deal with. Mikadono Sanshimai ga Angai Choroi. Though Ayase Yu is the son of the renowned and talented actress, he is below average at anything he does. He is entrusted to live under the care of his mother's friend, and later discovers that he will also be rooming with the 3 sisters from his school who possess both beauty and talent. Though you thought that an understanding would be impossible to reach between the ordinary person and those blessed with talent, the 3 sisters are surprisingly, based on the titles, easy to deal with. I don't know why I dotted that at the end. Studio is PA Works. Really? I don't think I caught that before. Interesting. Studio is PA Works. Sources of manga, comedy, romance is the genres. Director worked on Magical Girl Sight. Series composition writer worked on Magical Girl Sight and Isekai Cheat Magician. So, all right. I don't know on this one. I honestly don't really feel it. I mean, the girls are cute. Seem very tropey in a way, but I don't know. It's too pretty boy for me in some regards. I mean, you have the silly one, the pretty boy, and the girl that's like very Lady Slayer. Is it Lady Slayer? Yeah, Lady Slayer. And then you have the tsundere, angry one, tomboy. I don't know. It wasn't really grabbing me.
He's gonna get on to him, and that's what's gonna make him get all mushy.
It's going with the usual trope where he needs to stay there. And they're about to say they have to leave, and then he says, "No, let's stay together," and they decide to stay there. That whole thing, right?
You think so?
I think so. I don't
know. It's
Ishoni.
I do like I kind of like the artwork style. It's weird. It's all the characters are very lanky.
It's so not PA Works.
Yeah, it's very odd style, but I like it for that aspect alone. Don't know that I much care for this. It feels like it's going to go into a teasing girl area, but no, I guess I don't know. I don't know that it's going to be a teasing girl. I guess it's giving weird vibes all over the place. Yeah, maybe we'll see.
My interest popped up a little bit seeing this PA Works, but we'll see. Again, that's one of those ones that's gonna. I think that'll be like a prime example of a show where it's like, if it wasn't this season, I'd probably be like all on board of watching the whole thing, no matter how it kind of turns out. But it's the struggle we're getting into. Bad girl time, Chris. Get ready for the most baddest girl ever, Chris.
Keep your
eyes on that. Keep your eyes on that PV. Watch that bad girl. Look at her.
I'm so gonna watch this show.
This girl's so bad.
I am definitely watching this show.
Look at how bad she is, Chris.
Andrew already teased me on this one.
She's a bad girl. She's so bad. The story follows Yutani, a first-year high school student who is a good girl. However, to attract attention of the school's disciplinary committee chairman and Madonna Atori Mizutori, she begins to act like a delinquent. No. And based on the PV, it's not turning out that way. It's not turning out that way.
I thought it was the other one that you showed me.
Probably not, because I don't think I ever showed this one to you. I thought you see my video or something.
No, I was thinking of the one with the girl who sees the ghosts.
Oh yeah, that's not this season. That's later. Yeah, this one looks dorky. I think the sense I get from the PV is that she's obviously trying to be a bad girl, and everything she does, everybody thinks is cute. Like the funniest thing that I've seen there was that she has like all these earrings, and then at some point it literally zooms in close and shows it, and they're just paper clips.
Paper clips.
Which honestly, in my opinion, that should hurt. I guess they might be very
cool.
weak ones.
It does actually look cool.
It actually does look cool. Like that's like one of those like, damn, if I was young again, I'd probably try that out. That looks pretty cool. It actually worked out pretty good. And yeah, she would have to like take off the actual clips to be, because you don't see them. She took off the rings that you actually use to open.
Now,
up.
what does she want to get their attention for?
It just says that she wants to get the attention of the disciplinary chairman. That's it. She's apparently wants to attract their attention. I don't know. Probably because she just doesn't like him. Or it could be that she wants to be, I don't know. It could just be simply a fact that she likes her. She's nosebleed right there, so maybe she likes her.
I don't know. Maybe we'll give it. I'll give it a shot. I kind of like the juxtaposition of her being a bad girl, but actually really cute. Can't do it.
I like the thigh high there. Like she's in trouble at the hallway, and so she decides to hide behind those thick thighs. She's got her knives behind the girl's thick thighs. She's so small she can fit down there. But no, I like there's this part where I think what it says is she goes to the counter and she pays for like some suckers with nothing but 10 yen coins, and it's like, oh yeah, so bad. I don't know if that joke will get old. This idea of everything that she does is like absurd, but yet she wants to think that it looks super bad. Yeah, look at there. She got paid for it with 10 yen coins, and it's just like so dorky. Like that's so lame. It looks like it could be cute. This is definitely one of those ones that was like in my honorable mentions. Like just if I didn't have so much stuff in there, I would probably make it up in my top 10. I'm pretty excited for it. Yeah, she dyed her hair too. She two-toned her hair. Damn, she's so bad. She's so bad. I don't know, maybe it said somewhere else what exactly she's doing. Bad girl. For some reason I thought this was an original, but I think I'm thinking of a different show. Jin eyes, sharp eyes. Yutani, a first-year high school with sharp eyes, large piercings, flashy two-tone hair, is not a well-known bad girl who everyone makes their way for. She is usually actually a very good girl at heart, and her mind is always full of thoughts of the school's Madonna, Atori Mizotori. Wanting to attract the attention of the disciplinary committee chairman Atori, which would be the Madonna.
Gotcha.
Yu decides to quit being a honor student and become a bad delinquent. A school comedy depicting that. Yeah, so she likes her. I think she's the one that she's blood nosing. I think she likes her. So which one is it? Is the redhead? Is the chairman Atori? Atori. Yeah, it is. It's a Satania looking girl. The redhead. I get it. I get it. She looks cute. I like the redhead. Yeah, so she's gonna get nosebleedy over it. That's a little pinch of Yuri, I'm guessing. There's no Yuri tag. That sucks. Anyways, that's bad girl. All right, Chris. It is time. I didn't prepare. Hold on a second. It is time for Watari-kun's is about to collapse. Actually, I should have used this one. It is time for Watari-kun's is about to collapse. I forgot to use my usual nyan bleeper. The show with the title that immediately sold me on it, and I don't even know if it's going to be good. It's probably going to turn out to be a bad show. Watari-kun no XX ga Hokai Sunzen. Naoto Watari lives solely for his little sister Suzushiro until his chaotic childhood friend Satsuki storms back into his life. Without uttering a single word, her very presence ignites buried memories and unravels his rigid routine as tensions rise and secrets surface. Nato's devotion to Suzushiro clashes with unresolved pain, threatening to collapse his fragile world. So it's his world. Is that what the X means? Did I figure it out just by the synopsis? Watari-kun's world is about to collapse. That's the XX. Anyways, Suyo's staple entertainment manga is a source, comedy, drama, romance, slice of life. Director worked on Telewedding Rings and 3D Kanojo. Series composition writer worked on 16-Bit Sensation, Fireway Paladin. And the original creator is Narumi, which is the creator of Miss Koizumi's Loves Ramen Noodles, which we watched that. It's a little noodle show. Cute girls doing noodles. Cute girls eating noodles, not doing noodles. It's cute girls doing cute noodles. Cute girls doing cute noodles. It's one of those ones where it's like, I hope it's as much. I'm intrigued by the title. It's stupid that it's that easy to get my attention, but it does kind of beg the question of like, is it simply the case where this guy is probably has no parents and he's trying to take care of his sister, and everybody sees him as like a siscon probably, and then suddenly out of nowhere his childhood friend just shows up out of nowhere and is wanting his attention, but it's ruining his usual routine, and he doesn't need a girl in his life or something like that. Like, I'm busy, I got my school, I got my work that I do because I got to pay rent.
That would make sense. That would kind of be his world collapsing.
Or her her calling him a siscon and making everybody think that he's a siscon.
Probably.
He's probably not a siscon. Probably, though. Tabun. Are you interested at all?
Nah, not so much.
It doesn't look great visually, but I'm hoping it's going to be decent. Hopefully a lot of the intrigue from the title actually plays out in some way. We'll see, though. Watari-kun's bleep is about to collapse. Let's move on to Dekin no Mogura, the Earthbound Mole. There's another very intriguing title. I won't die because I was banned from the afterlife. So edgelord. I like the quote from the very beginning. It's edgelord. I won't die because I'm banned from the afterlife. A shady self-proclaimed hermit named Momoyuki Mogura, aka Mogura, thank you, is banned from the afterlife due to an accident. Now he collects spirits possessed will-o-wisps in his lantern, hoping to make a comeback. It seems like those who encounter him begin to see peculiar things. Studio is brains-based, sources of manga, comedy, drama, slice of life, supernatural. And here's the one that we were talking about the other day, Chris. This is from the creator of Hozuki's Cool-Headedness, which you can totally see, right? Mm-hmm. You can see that kind of goofy style every now and then, the facial expressions and stuff. Definitely has a very specific style of emotional capture. But yeah, the director worked on Gunslinger Girl and Duel Masters. The series composition writer worked on To Your Eternity and Duel Masters. So, yeah.
If it's got the same kind of style of humor, I could probably go for this. So, I could do it.
And they like folk tales and stuff. And if you're going to get spirits and stuff in there, you're definitely getting that stuff. Seems to be right up the writer's alley. Because Hozuki was like Afterlife, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
He was second in command of Hell.
Yeah. So yeah, there you go. We're going from Hozuki. I wonder if he has a cameo. We're going from Hell with Hozuki into Earthbound and this guy that was kicked out of it.
I can see that.
Do you think at some point
they're totally gonna make a joke about it?
At least at some point he's in the background. So he's got to have a cameo at least. Hozuki's got to have a cameo.
It'll probably be something more along the lines of Hozuki coming up and saying you were supposed to go over there, but the guy in Hell, he didn't do his job or something like that. That would be more along the lines of the humor for that, if I remember right.
Gives him a call at some point. His lantern is a phone. Yeah, I wasn't really interested in this one at all, honestly. It didn't look like it's my comedy, which was the case for Hozuki. But knowing that's Hozuki, and again, I wanted to do a rewatch of Hozuki eventually, I might give it a shot, but we'll see. We'll see. Let's move on to With You and the Rain. I think this is a Tanuki show, or raccoon show? I don't know. We'll see. Ame to Kimi to. This one is, on a rainy day, Fuji meets a cute critter posing as a dog and offering an umbrella, and a cue card says, "Please take me home." And she can't resist. That's sus.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's sus. This thing's got an umbrella. It just pops out and says, take me home. That's sus. That's a tanuki, yeah. It's got the leaf. With this dog poster's quirky... With this dog poster's quirky charm, anyways, and mysterious ways, life together becomes a heartwarming adventure of friendship and shared seasons. It sounds like with this dog poser. This dog poser's quirky charm.
This is clearly suspicious.
That's totally sus, girl. You're totally on guard to take that thing home. Doesn't it actually lift up an umbrella? It's weird.
It pulled it out of its box.
Hand it to her.
Uh-huh.
Like, yeah, that's that's sus, girl. Sus, girl. Don't take random tanukis home that hand you umbrellas, people. Unless it's a cute anime girl. Anyways, yeah, I have no sense of idea from the PV, so this is gonna be one of those ones I'll probably fire up to see what kind of a feel it has, but I'm getting no idea if this is gonna be good or not. It's a comedy slice of life, so I'm guessing it's gonna have some goofiness in there somewhere.
I don't know. What we described in our discussion of the PV is literally all that happened in this. I mean, outside of the rain.
What's up in there?
Yeah, he walks up. The tanuki turns around, hands her a umbrella, and they make a connection. It's that. Yeah, I mean, she fell in love with him.
He's like, high five. And then just connection makes. Anyways, we'll see with you and the rain. Let's move on to Clevatess. Clevatess is coming out. We all know who Clevatess is, right? No, I don't need this 4-way split screen. Just one's fine. Clevatess maju no o to akogo to kabane no yusha. The story centers on the titular Clevatess, the lord of dark beasts, who wields both uncanny intelligence and destructive power. Frustrated by the 13 heroes tasked to destroy him, he has decided to be rid of humanity once and for all. However, he has been charged with one nuisance. He revived a hero he personally slayed and adopts an orphaned humanoid baby. The last hope to save a dying world. The world stands upon the brink of Armageddon with the obligation of raising one child, holding it all back. Now bound together, what fate awaits this unlikely trio? Okay. So the whole world's kept from reviving a hero they slayed? I guess it's going to be one of those ones where, like, they revive the hero. Maybe they like the hero, and they're tsundere about it. I'm only taking care of this because Babaka is my responsibility, Babaka. Seems weird.
I don't know. I mean, basically, the Demon Lord tries to kill the world, finds a human, and then decides to try and see if he can raise it and it's going to change. Or the heroes find the...
It says he has been charged with one nuisance. Like, he's been forced to take it. He revived a hero who he personally slayed and adopts the orphaned humanoid baby. And adopts an orphaned humanoid baby. There's two different ones. There's the baby, the hero, and I'm guessing the blonde hair is going to be the humanoid, the orphan. I don't know. It seems weird. Why they have to? Why? Again, all I can assume is either like there's some higher power that's forcing a rule upon them, or they're tsundere. I don't know. Seems weird. We'll see. I'll see when I watch it. It looks good. Like, visually okay, for the most part. They put a lot of effort into the flaming dog thing, which I'm guessing is Clevatess. Maybe their bestial form.
I don't know. We'll see. I can't make heads or tails of it, so...
Forgot to note, Ludus is working on it. The creator is Yuji Iwara, who did Dimension W and King of Thorns, so the movie King of Thorns. So there you go. Some good stuff there. Even though Dimension W went down here very fastly. That's Clevatess. Check that out, that's interesting. Let's move on to some Doki Doki. Girl romance Doki Doki. Betrothed to my sister's ex. She gets she gets second dibs Betrothed by his sister's ex, Zutaboro Rejo wa ane no moto konyakusha ni dekai sareru. With unmaintained red hair and shabby clothes, Marie, the Baron's daughter, has been treated like a servant all her life. Count Granado, the country's richest man, who is said to be a difficult misogynist, falls in love with her at first sight. However, due to a misunderstanding, Count Granado proposes her sister Anastasia, who looks like a princess, instead of the ragged Mary. I guess it's Mary. I'm going Japanese on it. Mary. A very popular work becomes a novelist. Mary Cinderella's story that began the hero misunderstanding. Studio is Land Q Studios, and the source of light novel and drama romance is the genres.
They took away her freckles. Why the heck would they do that?
To make you mad.
No, I'm done.
It's like
I was all for it.
Apothecary Diaries, the moment that Chris found out about the freckles. Devastated. I don't know. We'll see.
See, she has freckles there. And the freckles go away.
It's just makeup. Just put on makeup. There it is. Yeah, she's got makeup on. They don't like the freckles. They always cover it with makeup. Not allowed to have freckles. Interested at all?
We'll see.
I know one that you'll be excited for. I'll Make You Love Me.
Will you?
I'll Make You Love Me. Culture exchange with a game center girl, or Gachen. Is it Gaisen shoujo to ibuka kyoru. The story follows Renji Kusakabe, a young man who works part-time at a game center arcade. I want to say academy. The old Magical Academy shows seasons is coming back to haunt me again, where every single synopsis was a Magical Academy. Anyways, Game Center Arcade. One day, Renji encounters an English girl named Lily, and the two of them trade diaries and begin an unlikely friendship of culture exchange. Stu is Nomad, sources of manga, genres, comedy, and romance. Director worked on Bungo Stray Dogs and Pseudo Harem, and the series competition writer worked on To Love Ru and Hybrid X Heart. Yeah, this is the one I've been excited about for a while now. Mainly because I've seen the manga PV and it had Natoyama. Even though they changed the Seiyu, it's no longer Natoyama. But it's fine. It's fine. She still says, I'll make you love me, and it's super cute. Even if it's not Natoyama. Yeah, I think we've seen the PV on this one. We talked about it on a discussional podcast, and it was like, yeah, sign me up. I'm good. It looks cute. Now, I'm kind of curious how it's going to play out the whole diary thing. I'm guessing at some point she's going to ask him as a favor, or maybe she leaves it behind and he snoops it, and then she asks him if they can exchange going forward. It's probably what it's going to do.
I don't know. I'll give it a shot. This could be cute.
It'd be fun to kind of see them playing different games, too. Hopefully that doesn't become too much of it. She looks super cute, though. Anyways, that's Game Center Girl. I'm sure Chris is going to watch that one.
Yeah, probably.
Detective These Days Are Cray Cray is our next one. Detectives Mataku Saikin no Tantai no to Kitara. Nagumo Kiichiro was a genius high school detective. No case was too complex for him. But what happens to the genius detectives when they get older? Now 35. He lost his anime because he's too old now. Moving on. Now 35. With bad hips. Running a failing detective agency with no cases to solve and struggle to pay the rent. He's at a dead end. And comes a high school girl in his office who says she wants to work with him. With her help, will this out-of-touch, old-fashioned Nagumo get back the fire of his youth? That sounds very familiar. That sounds very, very familiar. It's going to be one of those things where she could be like, okay, here's social media. What? How does a computer work? Here's a cell phone. Oh, he actually has a smartphone. It's going to be showing him the new technologies and stuff and how to advertise himself. I just love how they're like 35 years old. He has bad hips. Like what dude, why do you have bad hips at 35? You're not that old. Gotta act like he's like 80 years old and he fell and broke his hip. It's like, okay, dude. I don't know.
No.
I don't think
I'm not feeling the artwork style, not feeling the
Wow. I forgot. The creator of this one. The creator of the source material. Masakuni Igarashi, the creator of Senru Girl.
Really?
I don't see it. Because this seems like it's over the top, like, expression comedy and slapstick. I don't remember that in Senru Girl. Senru Girl was very chill, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
It's very cutesy comedy. Anyways, that's weird. That's weird. That's weird. Anyways. We'll see. We'll see. Let's move on to Turkey, Time to Strike. That was a horrible turkey. I don't know. I used to be able to do a good turkey. I don't think I can do it anymore. Turkey, Time to Strike. Turkey is a bowling term for scoring 3 consecutive strikes. Mm-hmm. I guess we'll go with that too. I like the joke. My joke was better. My second hero student and captain of Ikukukan High School Bowling Club is a genius who can't seem to win a match. Doesn't seem like a good description there. He's a genius, but can't win a match. Whenever she scores a turkey, she mysteriously follows it up with an unyielding split. The Snake Eyes. One day, Rina, the club's only first-year member, confronts her. You're doing it on purpose, aren't you? You're running away from winning. Oh, God, we're doing that. You're running away from winning, but I want to win. If you have no intention of winning, I'll quit. Are we really going to do that story? Like she won against her friend or something, and then she lost her friend or something like that, so she never wants to win ever again? Oh, my gosh. It's going to be so cheesy. That's going to be so cheesy. You know it. Bunkin Record Studio. Sources Original. Slice of Life Sports. At least you don't have to have anybody spoil us as to why she doesn't want to win. We'll find out when we find out. We'll see. It could be super cool.
It could. Cute girls doing cute things on bowling. I mean, it would be really nice to have a bowling anime. It just, like Andrew had said, I could see this one getting swallowed up fast.
It's where they go to die this season, summer 2025, people. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Director worked on Momentary Lily. Who was actually... I don't think I found the writer did anything special. And I think that's sort of the problem area there. Let's see if somebody else lists them. No, that is not the Wikipedia I want. Never mind. I thought Wikipedia might have something. Let's move on. Let's move on from cute girls doing bowling and losing on purpose because they have trauma about losing friends because they won against bullying on them. It's totally going to be that. Let's move on to the private tutor to the Duke's daughter. Kojo Denka no Katai Kyoshi. After failing the final exam for his dream job at the royal court, promising young sorcerer Alan wants nothing more than to retreat to simple life in the countryside. Unfortunately for him, he can't even afford the train fare. His only solution is to get a job, but his one lead is anything but modest. Duke Howard, one of the kingdom's most powerful nobles, needs a private tutor for his daughter Tina. Despite her academic brilliance, Tina is incapable of casting even a single spell. I remember this one. It was something about the fact they actually wanted her to fail. To make matters worse, entrance exams for the prestigious Royal Academy are fast approaching. A magical aptitude is mandatory. Can Alan use his unique brand of spellcasting to help Tina overcome her magical impairment? A mystery that not even the kingdom's finest sorcerers have been able to solve. And does her father, the Duke, even want him to? That was the snap at the end there. They might want her to fail. Yeah, this is one that I think when we first heard the adaptation, I was pretty hyped because I seen the cover art for the light novel, and I assumed it wasn't gonna capture that art style. I have to admit, my hype kind of came down a little bit watching the PV. Studio Blanc is working on it. Director worked on Red Eye Flops and Smiled on the Runway. Serious Competition writer worked on Tomo-chan as a girl and Next Life is Villainous. I don't know. I'm still gonna watch it. I still have a little bit of hope there, but it kind of came down a little bit with the art style being a little bit generic. It's a little flat.
I don't know. It looks fine. We'll see. I concept seems all right. I think she looks cute. Dude's just gonna be a dude. I mean, we'll see what happens with it.
Dude's gonna be a protagonist, dude.
Yeah, he's gonna have all the girls.
All the girls are fawning over him. He's super mute, but at the same time, he's super OP, and all the girls like him.
I mean,
because he's super OP.
he already picked her up. He's already got a maid girl that's going all over her. It looks like
There's a night girl.
We got not Eris coming to join the harem.
The fiery swordsman shows up. Yeah, we'll see. I was like that. A little bit of the hype came down a little bit when I seen the PV. Again, I don't ever expect them to capture the source material art, but it sometimes is like, God, it looks so good. Unless I'm taking a different light novel. See you tomorrow at the food court. Food court de mata ashita. To their classmates, Wada is a quiet, rich girl, while Yamamoto is an intimidating lone wolf. But what they don't know is that Wada is a mobile game addict in a passionate love-hate relationship with 2D characters, and Yamamoto is a penchant for urban legends with an eye only for her favorite YouTuber. And the biggest not-so-secret, these unlikely friends meet at the food court every day after school to rant, rave, and learn what makes each other tick. Like eating KFC, apparently. They literally have branded KFC in there. That's a shocker. It should be a shock because of how big KFC is over there. Like every single Christmas, they have to have KFC. Anyways, Atelier Pontark is the studio. Manga is a source. Comedy, slice of life is the genres. Director worked on Magic Maker Tempuru. And Kubo Won't Let Me Be Alone. Series composition writer worked on Atari, Sound Euphonium, and Girls Band Cry. So a good team behind it, at least. I think this is one that when we first heard about it, I was intrigued. Mainly around the idea of, again, like they have a little bit of contrast between the two of them, obviously. The Gyaru and the rich girl. But obviously, I think my biggest concern there is like, like, are these skits going to be really funny? Like, it's going to be carried on whatever skits they have there. Because it looks like it's very skit-based.
Yeah, I guess it could. I don't know. It doesn't seem all that interesting to me, but slice of life tends to work most of the time, so.
Looks like a lot of emphasis on food, too. You know what that does to Andrew? She looks like a dork. I was expecting the Gyaru to have the contrast of being a dork, but no, it looks like the rich girl, which I guess makes sense. You have to have the rich girl that's super refined, and then she's actually a dork. Anyways. Let's move on to Scooped Up by an S-rank adventurer. Yusha Party wo suho sareta shiro madoshi S-rank bokensha ni hiro waroru kono shiro madoshi ga kikaku gaisugiru. My gosh. We don't need a useless white mage. Oh my gosh, I'm immediately clocked out. Moving on to the next one. That's like the worst first line to have in any synopsis for Andrew. Immediately clock out. We don't need a useless white mage. Lloyd is a white mage who was unexpectedly banished from the hero's party. As he was lost and uncertain, he happened to come across paths with an S-rank adventurer party in need of a white mage. So he joined them on their quest. Little did anyone know about their time that has been at the time that the hero's party would fall apart and Lloyd would rise to fame. No way! Wow! This is a story about an unmatched support magic user who believes himself to be ordinary. What? Shocker! And becoming an unstoppable adventurer. Anyways. Studio Felixfield. Like, at least put something in there that sounds different from all the other ones like that, so I get at least a sense from the synopsis what this will do different. Because that's the hope. It's going to do something different.
He's going to get a big hug.
Oh, okay. Sold. Source is a light novel. The director and series composition writer worked on Saving 80,000 Gold in Another World for my retirement. Yeah, there you go. You excited for Higek from the Hero Party Healer number 563?
First off, looks bad. I'm not impressed with it at all. Concept, sure, I'll give it a shot. I like the weird kick from the Heroes Party.
Japan has with kick from the Hero Party stories.
It hits the edgelord, Andrew. It hits the edgelord.
They never do. They barely ever do edgelord though. But no, I literally. There's a side of me that, again, obviously we know why there's a lot of these. This is a trend. This is something that's popular. People like it. It's familiar. And once that trend hits, everybody wants to make a story with that premise at the start. It grabs people's attention. They come right in there. It's another kick from the hero's art, another kick from the hero's party, but it's familiar and people jump into them every time. But there's like a side of me that's like, every single time there's a new story like this, they're like, God, I can't wait for that moment that the hero gets what's coming to him. like the writer is just foaming at the mouth for that moment in that third chapter where they could finally do the, oh, by the way, the hero's party is falling apart now. Are you ready for it, everybody? And everybody's like, yes, I can't wait for it. And it's because it's always quick. It's usually always quick. Anyways, that's scooped up by an S-Rank adventure. Naito of a Living Kato is up next, Chris. Naito of a Living Kato. In the near future, a unique disease has swept across the planet, a virus that transforms humans into cats, and the horde is expanding. Since these adorable kitties snuggle with the human is transformed into yet another cat. A small group of cat-loving survivors is trying to escape the madness. But how can you defend yourself against a threat that you just want to cuddle and pet? Don't be a cat person. Easy. This wild new take on the post-apocalyptic survival tale will make you roll over and purr with delight. Studio is OLM. Sources of manga. Genres are horror. Director worked on Mix, and the series composition writer worked on Orb and From Bureaucrat to Villainous. Here's Kitty. I like that shot. They did a total freaking shining shot with the cat axing the door with the girls inside the bathroom. And sticks his head through the crack. Oh, I about lost it when I seen that scene. This looks stupid. The CGI looks horrible. It doesn't look horrible, but it's like, yeah, it's CGI. It's a very obvious CGI. Transiting, I'll be back. Oh, they did an Arnold Schwarzenegger. I didn't notice that at the end of the trailer too. The Siamese cat stuck in a bubble, and he says, "I'll be back."
I don't know. I think that this one is going to be one of those. Everything is funny in the first episode. After that, it's done.
I can see that.
I'll give it a shot. Definitely gonna probably watch the first episode. It's gonna be absurd. I love it. So yeah.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be heavily. I mean, I haven't looked into the manga at all. I don't even know if it's very popular manga. But this is one of those ones where, like, I agree with you. This is one that could have like a really funny, absurd first episode, and then after that, it's just gonna be basically the same stuff, running from cats and people getting transformed into cats, and they're probably gonna play heavily on different toys that they can use to distract the cats. Like they're literally using like the little foxtails and whatever to distract them. I mean, there's a side of me that hopes that it's like very High School of the Dead, but I don't expect that. It doesn't look like there's any fan service. Don't get me wrong. This is not fan service, booby physics, Matrix style for bullets and shooting rifles off of chicks' chests and stuff like that. None of that stuff. But I hope that like the absurdity at least matches that, and that will be enough for it to be funny. Just keep being absurd.
Yeah.
Based on the PVs with the whole like here's Johnny's scene from Shining and the I'll be back. I'm hoping at least like it seems like they have like pop culture jokes and movie culture jokes, kind of stuff like that could be funny. There's 2 Western movie tropes and their jokes in there, so but they're very popular ones, so I guess it's like easy game. But I don't know. That's my hope. That's my hope, is that at least carries it.
I mean, I like I said, I'll definitely give the first episode a shot. I mean, I'm sure it's going to be hilarious.
Well, you're a dog person too, aren't you? You like cats. You take care of cats. You like cats.
I take care of cats.
I know one show you're gonna really enjoy, and that's Welcome to Outcast Restaurant, which is Suihosha Shokudo Yokuso. Dennis is one of the most popular members of the Silver Wing Battalion, the world's strongest party. So popular, in fact, the party leader expels him from the group out of spite. Oh, another kick from the hero's party. Aww. Stripped of his home, Dennis decides to start his life anew, following his true calling as a chef. His life as an adventurer might be over, but his new life as a cook is just beginning. He teams up with a Atelier young girl who has been similarly exiled from her home and opens up a restaurant for adventurers. He's finally able to live out his dreams, but he'll need to use up more of just his cooking skills to take care of this eclectic customer's problems. Yeah, I joke this is going to be I was expelled. I would kick from the hero's party. I cook for my daughter. I guess she's actually an Atelier. I didn't think that was going to be the case. But okay, she's cute though. Little cute girl. Little daughter.
It's all that matters.
She's like a little what's the girl's name from Gachiakuta? Not Cocoa. The other girl. I guess she didn't cover that. I don't know. Don't care. I mean, I'm gonna watch the episode. It looks cute, but it's food and restaurant stuff where just people keep coming and they eat the food and they go, "Ooh, it's sugoi, yummy, yummy, umai." But it could have hopefully something good in there. I don't think so because there's way too much food on the screen. The entire PV, it's gonna be all food.
Just clearly every like screen is.
Here's a dish.
Turn off Andrew. Turn off Andrew. Turn off Andrew. Oh, this might be cute. Turn off Andrew. Turn off Andrew.
The only story stuff is really that she's been mistreated, and then boom, cuts to food. Girl, food. Girl, over and over again.
I'm definitely on board. I'll give it a shot for sure.
There you go. Welcome to the Outcast Restaurant. Let's move on to the hotel show of the season. We've had 3 seasons in a row with hotel shows. We had Tasakori Hotel, we had Apocalypse Hotel, and now we have Hotel Inhumans. The most exquisite hotels in the world have certain standards: the finest food, the most sublime comfort, captivating entertainment, the latest weapons, reliable identity of fabrication, and untraceable corpse disposal. They got weird towards the later part there. The name of this place where the people who have forgotten their humanity visits Hotel Inhumans. The hitman's guests are welcomed by the concierge who never say no. Stu is Bridge, source of manga, action drama. Director worked on Rainbow Days and Break Blade. The series composition writer worked on Futsal Boys and Shaman King. I didn't get a sense as if they're cleaning up after hitmen's or if they're going to be disposing of the hitmen. The synopsis implies that they are cleaning up after the hitmen and handling things for them. So maybe it's like because the hitmen come there to stay and they will dispose of the bodies. They never say no. And there might be some hitmen that ask them to take out their targets for them, or are they going to kill the hitmen? That's the question mark. Or some hitmen might have them take out other hitmen.
I don't know. It's an odd one. I mean, it definitely looks like it's the main 2 characters are actiony, so we'll see. That's an odd one.
It's very inhuman. Anyways, we'll see. Anyway, that's Hotel Inhuman. Let's move on to, oh my gosh, this one. Yeah, well, I'll wait. Let me bring it up. I will set it and then we'll wait. Nukitashi the Animation, the Island of Everlasting Summer, Seiren Island. Junosuke Tachibana, who was born on the island, returns with his younger sister, Asane Tachibana, after their death of their parents. I guess I probably should start because there's this whole little intro thing they have here. However, Seiren Island has become a place of madness due to the implementation of the perverted law. A law designated to combat population decline. The law permits and even encourages lewd acts everywhere on the island. and refusing to engage in the reproductive activities is punished almost as severely as a crime. Jinosuke, a proud virgin and staunch defender of his virginity, questions the legitimacy of this law. Determined to protect both his and his beloved sister's purity, he forms the anti-capitulation front NLNS, No Love, No and sets out to destroy the perverted law once and for all. Quote, I will destroy the perverted law.
Well, okay.
I immediately thought this is literally like the opposite of Shimonetta. It's literally the opposite of Shimonetta. Like we're having an issue with popularity declining, so we're gonna undo Shimonetta and just have all lewd all time. I guess yeah, it's based on a Eroge, so I guess that makes sense. Passione is the studio working on it, so they'll do job hopefully properly with the whole ecchi thing because it's Passione. Action, comedy, drama, ecchi, romance. Director worked on Ayaka Renee Flops. There you go. They did pretty good with Renee Flops. Smile Down the Runway. Ihara Kenta is the search composition writer. They worked on Ishida, Tsukimichi, and Uncle from Another World. So you got some good writing there for at least the comedy beats as well. So basically a very solid studio. Really good director for an ecchi show like this. And search composition writer is good at comedy writing, so or at least timing for the script and whatnot. Or search composition anyways. Yeah, I this was one where, like, when I was initially putting my outline together, I had no clue what this was. I just, truth be told, I seen the animation, and there's a side of me that almost, like, clocks you out a little bit, like, oh, nothing comes good for... Name me... There's very few shows that I can even think about. If I'd have to take a long time. Think of a show that has the animation in it, and it's typically not good. It's usually something they tag on to something that's another property, and it's an adaptation of something that's not like a book or something like that, and it doesn't turn out good. Anyways, long explanation to say that I wasn't really like paying attention, and then I opened up the PV mainly to get like screenshots and see what's in the PV, and I was immediately like, what the hell is happening on my screen?
It's very distracting.
It's like out of nowhere in the background. They're in the school, and out of the background you just have these. We'll just say there's girls going up and down. They're getting like there's like legit in the background. People are just getting left and right. Close up of girls' faces coming towards the screen with moaning faces. They not really holding too much back. So that's the massive question mark there. Obviously for YouTube, this PV is going to be censored. It's got stickers on it. I guess the question mark is going to be. Are we getting the uncensored version? Because you know there's gonna be a stickered version. Where is the uncensored version? Are we getting it? Question mark. We better be getting it. Otherwise, yo ho ho, I'll be looking elsewhere. It looks nice. I have heard from a few people that the visual novel it's from is great. So it's like increasing my want for it more and more as I hear more about it. So I'm on board. I'm literally on board. The only thing that I have like a little bit of like pause there is I don't really like Eternal Virgin characters, but it's technically the shtick. Like it's not like a harem show where it's like the whoa guy. It's literally the joke is that he's got people wanting it and he doesn't want to give it, and that's the entire. That's the synopsis. It's literally the synopsis. That's the front that he creates, the fight back. So I'm on board. I'm on board. What are you thinking, Chris? No go?
No, I'm very, very, very for this.
Is it too much? Is this too much for you? No game, no. I bet that was a playoff right there that upset some people. No love and no. But yeah, I'm looking for that one. Nukitashi. It's in my top 10 too. So. Good to hear a bunch of people saying some positive things about it once I put it in my list. This is honestly the one that I put in my top 10 most anticipated list, and I was expecting most people to come back and say, what the hell, you got this garbage show in there, but not, Gachiakuta or something like that. It looked crazy. I'm all for it. Watch his sister's crazy. Look at that girl's gonna be, the sister's gonna be crazy, dude.
She's totally on board with
she will,
the zest.
No, I wasn't going there.
Yeah,
but
she's. You know she is.
No, at least what I expect's going to happen is that he's going to create this front to go against it, and at some point she's going to get pulled on the other side, and she's totally going to fight against her brother. Like, no, I want this kind of thing. That's totally the direction it's going to go. She's gonna be a total pervert. She's a closet pervert. The moment she gets there, she doesn't show it to him. Like she keeps it a secret for him for a while, but then she eventually goes against him. She's totally gonna join their side. Anyways, that's a hot mess that I'm totally excited for. Little Island show. Let's move on to 99 Ruler's Crown. 99 Shaisha no Okan. This one, 99, is a tale of the town Shiro Mitsugawa, host of mysterious artifacts and the superpowers they bestow on their users. A tale of growing trust and budding romance between the protagonist and the heroine, and also a murder mystery where they hunt down the culprit behind the series of supernatural murders. Studio is PRA. Source is a visual novel. It's 2 visual novels this season already. Jeez. Creator worked on Mashiro Iro Symphony, which is palette. So I'm guessing this is the studio actually. But I don't know, I heard a couple people chiming up about this show. They were excited for it. I honestly, with the PB, was not impressed. Mainly because there's a lot of signs in the PB already of sort of cutting corners with the visuals and the zooming in and out and whatnot. So I'm not expecting visually for the show to look great, but I'm not against the concept. Seems fine. Just the main girl looks cute. Some good designs.
We'll see. This one, I mean, it looks okay. I'm not feeling anything that's like super exciting me. So
never pick up random plushies on the street corner. I bet that's a cube. He picked up a cube.
Probably.
It's his own damn fault. I guess he's not complaining because he's surrounded by cute girls. So going to a murder game, but you have a bunch of cute girls around you. Anyways, 99 Ruler's Crown. Let's move on to the show that we talked about on the podcast. The one from the creator of I Summoned a Succubus and it ended up being my stepmom. We have Married Women's Lips Taste Like Canned chu-hai, or Hitozuma no Kuchibiru wa Kan chu-hai no aji ga shite. The omnibus manga centers on a college student, Tsuyoshi, who loves drinking strong canned chu-hai, and the encounters with various married women. Oh, there's various ones? I only seen one in the PV, so that must be episode 1 only. So he's just going around banging. I mean, it doesn't show that they're banging, but I mean, this is, I think, supposed to be the Anime Festa show. So I'm assuming they're gonna bang. He's going around banging married women. I don't know. Is this show literally like NTR for the perspective of the person stealing the women? Interesting. I would assume they're probably all women that have, like, they're widows, maybe. I don't know. It says married women, though. It doesn't say very widows. Anyways, Rousei is the studio. Sources of manga, comedy, ecchi, romance. And yeah, like I said earlier, the creator created I Summoned a Succubus and my stepmom appeared. There you go. That will be on probably certain I would probably be on Ocean Vale. I'm assuming this because I think Ocean Vale gets all these titles from this group. So that's probably where it's going to be.
Yeah, usually Ero mangakas, they tend to all go in the same category. So more than likely it's going to go that direction. I just see it.
Mm-hmm. It's only going to be running for 8 episodes though, so it's not going to be too long. That's man's lips. That's Married Women's Lips Taste Like Kenchuai. Moving on. Let's go to Kamitsubaki City Under Construction, or Kamitsubaki Shi. Wow, I was reading that. Thank you, window. Kamitsubaki Shi Kinsetsu. Yeah. 7 years after the humanity was devastated by a major disaster, a beacon of science and prosperity rises in Kamitsubaki. Kamitsubaki City. But lurking in the shadows are Tesseractors? Tesseractors? Like Velociraptors? You see some Velociraptors in there? Tesseractors? Monsters born from human darkness. Only the witchling 5 girls whose voices that wield magic stand against them. With every note, they fight, not just to protect the peace of the city, but to heal the broken world. Are they Hatsune Miku characters? I know it's like full CGI. Doesn't look great. The studio is Shogakukan Music and Digital Entertainment. That sounds like producers. Is that the studios? Did I grab? I don't want to. I'm not going to mess with it. Last time I opened up Mal, it blew up my entire setup because apparently Mal has some weird crap in the background that's running HDR or something, and it makes my TV mad. I guess I can use AniList. AniList. I should be using that more often. It's just that habit. I just have a habit of constantly looking at Mal. Okay, that scared me. I seen that stupid logo came up and scared me. I thought my screen went blank. I didn't open anything yet. Let's see what Annie. No. I clicked the wrong one. I didn't mean to go to AniList or my AniList. I got a ban.
Andrew's so paranoid. He keeps glancing up at that screen.
I had to reboot the entire computer. I got a ban Mal for my search results apparently. What was I doing? I was searching the studios. It is literally their entire name of the studio is Shogakukan Music and Digital Entertainment. Anyways, what they even work on? I would assume like they help work on the Duke of Death and his daughter.
Oh yeah,
Duke of Death and his maid, not his daughter. That's not. We're not there. That's the after manga. Duke of Death and his daughter is the next manga. This is the after story. Yeah, it's pretty much just helped them out with those projects apparently. So there you go. And Shinkalion. Don't forget about Shinkalion. Anyways, I'm not really. We'll see. I might peek at it. This is like way low on the radar for me though.
Yeah, not really all that interested.
This one was kind of a surprise for me. Not really gonna be my show because food, but more what's the team behind it, or at least the creator. Fermat's Cuisine, or Fermat no Ryuri. This one is Kitara Gaku is a prodigy in mathematics and scholarship holder at Wells Private Academy, a renowned institute with a long history in the International Mathematical Olympiad. After a series of unfortunate events, he meets Asakura Kai, a culinary prodigy with his own catering business. What does the future hold for these two geniuses, and how do their paths intertwine with each other? I can totally see where this is going. Studios Demerica. Sources of manga. Genres are drama, slice of life. Director worked on Tougen Ranbu and Romantic Killer and Monster Strike. But the thing that piqued my interest, and I immediately realized the moment I actually looked this up as I was watching the PV, and I'm like, yep, click, it works. Creator is Yugo Kobayashi, who of course is the creator of Aoyashi. I'm like, yep, that looks like Aoyashi. That totally looks like Aoyashi. So that was like the only part of it. I'm like, I'm gonna watch it. I gotta watch it. I really like Aoyashi, and I would hope that their writing would come through on this one too. My assumption was what it is it looks like he's getting forced into having to be. I'm guessing he's probably gonna have a debt or something like that. This guy's gonna offer him a job, and the job is going to be cooking. And I think this, it shows it in there, is this idea of using his mathematical skills and whatnot to sort of make sure their ingredients are like perfect. Like it's gonna get down like the nitty gritty of like chemical reactions that he's gonna figure out mathematically or something like that. It's using that brain knowledge to bring out like the perfect flavors and cooking timing and everything. Because it's got like the whole meme thing with like the mathematics going towards a person's face as he's cooking. he's going like calculating overload as he's talking about this stuff. What are you thinking, Chris? Are you ready for math food wars?
Not really.
You liked Awashi, didn't you?
I didn't watch it.
Oh, he didn't. He's literally like calculating it. He's like 3, 2, 1, take it off the flames. I'll make it perfect. 3, 2, 1, kick of flames. Anyways, I like Awashi. I'm gonna give it a shot just because of that. Hopefully it's good. But I'm not a fan of cooking shows, so I'm not expecting much. Next up, we have a two.
That's why you
row.
stick with the cooking shows that have lollies.
It's true. It's true. Then at least I get cute girls every now and then, rather than
cute
just
girls.
serious face of guys with numbers flying at his face. Cute girls being happy with food's much better than watching dudes.
Yeah, because then they grab their face, their cheek.
But yeah, we have a 2 lineup of shows. We have Let's Go Karaoke and Captivated by You, which is going to be a series of shows by Dogo Kobo, where they're going to be airing the first one, which is Let's Go Karaoke, and then they're going to air Captivate by You after that. And I think they're going to be like short 4 episodes, not like full length shows. So there you go. But yeah, karaoke. Let's Go Karaoke is nothing worries Satomi Oka more than the upcoming final choir competition in his middle school career, right up until he is accosted by a stranger from the shadows who demands "Let's go karaoke." As a yakuza, Kyoji Narita doesn't scare easily, but a terrifying prospect has driven him to seek out Satomi's help. The boss is holding a karaoke contest, with the loser forced to get tattooed, selected of torture supplies, the boss himself. Okay, that's kind of funny. Oka has been to too many vocal rehearsals over the years and never one-on-one karaoke sessions with a gangster. I have to admit, it looks very much so like, yaoi romance type of thing there, but that is funny. He's literally gonna be picked up by a Yakuza guy because if he fails at this the Yakuza having karaoke contests is, I think, the more funnier thing. So, boss, what are we gonna have a competition in? Shall we play chicken with the vehicles? No. How about karaoke? Anyways, the second one, Captivated by You. Hayashi's frank, guileless demeanor quietly draws the attention of classmates and strangers as he counts all the stairs in school, photographs street signs, and dries sweet potatoes on the classroom balcony. In a world shaped by conformity, Hayashi is refreshingly and unapologetically true to himself. Conversely, Nikaido, who has worked very hard to perfect a gloomy door facade that keeps his classmates far, far away. While much of the school regards Nikaido as a bad omen, one student catches a glimpse behind the mask and, undeterred by rumor of bad luck and supernatural powers, begins to pick away at Nikaido's carefully crafted persona. Okay, that one looks good too. I guess I should expect that, Dogo Kobo's not going to adapt just random stuff. I guess the fact that they look so pretty boy-esque with their styles, it kind of gave me a little bit of pause. Like, even with the second one, they don't really have much to go with the PV besides just, like, the manga arts and stuff like that. But they look like they have decent concepts to them, so I'm definitely going to check out both of them. It just kind of seems like Dogo Kobo just having some random side project with their B team, just kind of like, let's just adapt these things real quick. They're not very long, just get them done. But they have good concepts to them, I'll admit. So, paint me. They've changed my heart. They've changed my opinion just by reading this synopsis.
You meant to say paint me intrigued?
Sure, paint me.
You want to be painted.
I lose at karaoke to the Yakuza bosses. They can tattoo me in the face.
Just, I
don't know, Dr. Stone.
Mark this point. Andrew has said he wants to be painted.
Make me a Dr. Stone crack on my face. I bet people have done that. You think there's like super Dr. Stone fans that have tattoo faces?
Probably.
Like, just probably like minor ones, like a little crack like that or something like that. If I was a bigger fan of it, I would do it. That's actually a pretty cool idea.
I mean, there's some of the kind of cooler designs, I guess.
Sure. Not really.
I like them.
I just build it up and go, no, Chris, that's a stupid idea. Who the hell would want to paint their face as like a Dr. Stone character? Anyways, those are two actually big surprises for me, so I'll be checking them out. Let's move on to moe stuff. Harmony of Mille-Feuille, I guess is how you say that. Utoge wa Mille-Feuille. Anyways, anime adaptation of a cappella music project, the same name. Studio is Juvondo. Sources of apparently a music project. Music slice of life is the genres. And the creator is Takuya Yamanaka, who worked on Caligula and Milgram. Exciting. Cool.
So they're a cappella singers?
I don't know. Sure, yeah, cappella music project, yeah. Oh, it is a cappella. Okay, I first brain did not read the A part. I'm sorry. I was thinking. Yes, they're a cappella, Chris. I'm gonna shut up now.
I don't know. Maybe I mean, if you think about all the idols we get, I mean, this is a slightly different idol group, so we can go for it.
They're upgraded a little bit. Not much to go by.
I mean, it's no real different than a choir. I mean,
are you speaking down on all the idol shows by saying they're basic like this show is? I'm joking.
No.
Let's move on to Onmyo Kaiten Reverse. This is like one of those like this should be like a high caliber project that like everybody's excited for, but nobody seems to care. The anime is set in the alternate version of Heian-kyo, the old name for Kyoto, and the capital during the Japan's Heian era. The alternate version of the city is named Dinji Heian-kyo. A delinquent high schooler named Takeru Nadehira resides in our world, but after an unfortunate accident is transported to Dinji Heian-kyo. Here, he immediately meets Tsukimiya, a woman he has seen many times before in his dreams before. Okay, that's redundant there. Hardly a moment passes after the encounter when Takeru and Tsukimiya encounter an Oni monster. That seems redundant too. Oni monster, and loses their lives. Takeru awakens stunned to find himself again at Dinji Heian-kyo. He puts together that he has the power to go back in time. Oh, we got ReZero mechanics here. Now he resolves to learn his world's version of mystical onmyoshi techniques and become an onmyoji sorcerer to save Tsukimiya. It's legit ReZero. I don't think I realized that the last time. I thought that I read that synopsis last time. Maybe it was written different last time that we read it when they first announced it. But it's literally like a Miko saving venture version of ReZero. Very interesting. No, I think the thing that I was kind of off put by, because this is David Productions, and that's why I'm kind of surprised that more people aren't paying attention to it, or at least it doesn't seem like it has much hype around it. It's an original by David Production. I don't think we really have like big names behind it. I mean, the director worked on Urusei Yatsura and Platinum Inn and Keijo. Stage composition writer worked on Cells at Work Code Black. But I guess like my biggest question mark there is that it really doesn't have much like pedigree behind it, but at the same time, it's David Productions. My big hang-up was really the PV. All the battle looks like it's done in CGI, and it was bad. It's not a good looking CGI. It kind of reminds me a lot of Show by Rock, where it's like you're watching the show, and the characters look pretty good. The models are the designs are good and everything like that. Besides, I hate his hair. He's very shonen. But at some point, suddenly battle happens, and suddenly they're like in this seems like a digital setup, and then they're just like monsters and they're fighting each other, and it gives that like Show by Rock like shock there, like, oh, this is a different show kind of feel.
I don't know. To me, it just looks all over the place. I mean, we've got glowy eyes, we got singing, we've got battling.
They got the chick from Bleach in there.
We got armored cores. We got
where's the assassin chick from Bleach? Well, the cat. The cat.
Oh yeah, I mean that's.
Yeah, like I've seen her. Like she totally looks like her.
But yeah, it looks like it's all over the place. I'm more than anything, if I if anything, I probably wouldn't go for it because I don't want that chaos.
They got like some mecha things that get into it. It just looks so blah. It looks blah. I don't know who thought that was a good idea. We'll see. We'll see. I better. The first time and I know they can't do exactly like it, but I would so laugh if they have the first ReZero moment of it, like he dies and she dies, and then suddenly it like cuts back to that like point where they first met or whatever. You don't have to have the thing in there, but you can have it like slightly different, where it's like or something like that. Have the little ReZero cry after he wakes up, whatever. Just change it a little bit. Anyways, Onmyo Kaiten Reverse. We'll see. One that I think the more that I think about it, the more I'm actually kind of interested and excited for it, is this little guy. This hentai protagonist character right here. Look at it. He looks like a hentai protagonist villain. Yeah. Some would claim as the protagonist. Let's be honest. But yeah, Busaman Gachi Fighter. His looks are -255, which is basically max in like JRPG terms. Touching girls causes him pain, and sexual acts will literally tear him apart. Just what can our ex-salaryman Shigeru get in another world in exchange for such inconveniences? This is an epic tale of one very ugly but ridiculously strong man. Studio is White Fox, source of manga, action, adventure, fantasy. Series competition writer worked on Ishida, Marginal Service, and Handyman Saito. No, I read a synopsis somewhere else where apparently what happened is like in his previous life, he was betrayed by women. And then when he died, he was given the option to gain power. And I think he gives up his looks, like all of it. Like, apparently he looked good in his previous life. He gave up all looks to gain power. Because he figured like he's not going to be with any girl. Like he's been betrayed or whatever. So it looks like everything about his new strength pushes away women. But he's incredibly powerful for his new life. And so, yeah, every encounter with women is kind of not good. Not good. But anyways, the more I think about this, the more I kind of like it. I think I'm definitely going to be checking it out. Again, another one where I hope that it doesn't get old. The concept doesn't get old. But it looks good.
I'm on board with it for sure. I mean, I'm kind of curious of if they are going to go kind of a like negative harem type thing going on here, or if he still ends up with the harem.
He's grouped up with a pretty boy, and it kind of gives a sense there where like, you know, you're ugly and you're creepy, but we have this cute guy here, but he's obviously going to save their butts, and then probably eventually they'll like him. Well, I get a sense that one of the girls likes him, the other one doesn't like him. No, which one gave him the towel later on? Was it the blue hair one? Yeah, so he wins her over. It's the same girl right there. Or maybe by doing that, she thinks that he's creepy because he acts weird whenever he touched her, whatever. I don't know. It looks good. I definitely check it out. Hopefully it's got some legs, very chunky legs, but it's got legs. Bossumon Gachi Fighter, Necronomiko. And the Cosmic Horror Show, Necronomiko no Cosmic Horror Show. We all need a chance to change our lives. The story follows Miko Kurono, who began her dream career as a live streamer under the name of Necronomiko. After graduating middle school, amidst spending her days with childhood friend Mayu Saka and rival Kana Kakurazaka, my gosh, she's introduced to the VR game project, a new VR game project. Upon encountering the game, the girls start pursuing the irreplaceable now. Okay. Studio is Gokomi. There's 2 shows for Studio Gokomi. Sources and manga original. That scares me even more. Silent Witch, please be good. Studio Gokomi, just get rid of the show. Stop. If you're not done with Silent Witch, stop this show. Cancel it. All focus on Silent Witch. Sorry. Director worked on 7 Spellblades and Girls Who Couldn't Become Magicians. What are you thinking, Chris? What are you thinking about this new VR game that these these YouTube sensations are playing.
Yeah, not feeling this one. Artwork is interesting, I guess. I don't know. I not feeling it. Probably not going to go after it right away. So
Yeah, I don't really have much about this that's at all engaging with me. Probably a one episode, you better grab me kind of situation here. Again, you got competition. I mean, the studio's legit making its competition that will destroy it. The studio's making 2 projects. One is going to bury it based on the PVs already. It looks like a very much death game. Very much like a death game. Anyways, speaking of more competitions, we have Bullet coming out too. E&H Productions working on this one. That's, again, I don't want a 3-way. Or 4-way screen it here. A team of thieves find themselves in a world of trouble after completing their latest job. That's not the entire synopsis. That is not the entire synopsis. Where's the rest of the synopsis? That cannot be the entire synopsis. Because I'm pretty sure I've read the synopsis before. That's legit the synopsis. Okay. So how's it look, Chris? Because I got nothing to work off here. E&H Productions working on its original. The director is probably what's going to be most interesting to people, and that's Seung-ho Park, which of course is the director that worked on Jujutsu Kaisen and Garo. The guy seems to get has a lot of fans, so apparently this is their big thing is Bullet. So I guess if you like Park, then definitely check this out.
I don't know. It looks all over the place.
It has a polar bear that I'm thinking probably at some point drives a car of some sort. They jump around and kick and punch and slice people. They drive in cars. Guns are going off.
Looks like they're prisoners.
I'd assume so. It might be one of those situations where, like, you know, deliver something as, like, prisoners, and whoever delivers it fastest gets the job or something.
Maybe.
I'm assuming it's one of those cases where it's like one of those, like, race across the lands, but it's all for, like, the sake of moving some product or something like that.
Like a death race type thing?
Yeah. The CGI is, it's alright. This is probably going to be heavily carried by Seung-ho Park. Like, whatever he's doing with this, whatever he pulls off with the animation and everything. There's a couple of shots of some fight scenes in there that look really good. But E&H Production is not the studio he's typically working with, so I don't know. This is definitely up there in, like, this massive, like, question mark area. Is he listed as a writer? He says the original plan and he's directing it. Yeah, we'll see if he carries it. We'll see if he carries it, because that's a lot to carry. It's a lot to carry. Anyways, that's Bullet. It's Bullet. Leviathan, the show that we've seen more of before we've seen anything of Beastars. Like the other project that Orange was working on that we got to see more of before we even see anything Beastars before it came out again. Leviathan. In 1914, where mechanical war machines clash with bioengineered beasts, a fugitive prince and a girl in disguise take flight aboard a living airship on a journey that could reshape the world. Again, studios, Orange, sources a novel, adventure, mecha, sci-fi. Series composition writer worked on Dr.STONE. The creator is Scott Westernfeld. And yeah, it's streaming on Netflix. So yeah, apparently I guess Orange got with Netflix and said, hey, have Scott Westernfeld do a project with you. What did Scott Westernfeld even do? I want to say that there was something listed for him that I don't care about because it's Western. See, Scott Westernfeld. Let's see. Scott Westernfeld is an American writer of young adult fiction, best known author for Uglies. Okay, I was about to say, don't say that his credit is Leviathan. Okay, the book is Leviathan. It's literally his book. I've never read Leviathan. I have no idea. I don't think I've seen anything on Uglies, so I don't know. I guess if you're fans of Uglies or Leviathan,
fish are flying.
I'd imagine so. Yeah,
the fish fly. The jellyfish fly. Yeah, that's an odd one. But they have mechas, so obviously mechas are what you need.
Yeah, I seen the scene where the jellyfish lifts them up. Like they just become like paratroopers with jellyfish.
Yeah, the whale is
steampunkish?
the whale is a Dugum blimp.
Like a Victorian steampunk with mechas.
Yeah, it's
See, this is this problem with a lot of these properties that are having
apparently
a lot
bats can spit bombs.
There's this problem with a lot of like Western like writers and stuff like that getting involved with anime. They always have like just this hodgepodge of like mecha and crap kind of thrown in there. It's like that the anime for Yasuke that came out a while back there. Yasuke, I think is the name of the anime. Is like, okay, you have an aesthetic of mechas and missiles and explosions and nukes. Okay, chill. I don't know. I'll peek at it. It was only a matter of time where we start getting a lot of like Western properties getting anime adaptations. So we'll see. It's a good story. This one I think you'd enjoy, and I'm pretty excited for it. This is kind of in that same boat as that Gachiakuta fighter thingy-majiggy. Is a show that I think could be really good unless it gets repetitive. The Stunned Hero and the Assassin Princesses, Kisutsu Yusha to Ansatsu Hime. Hiro Toto possesses great skills, but his extreme shyness has left him unable to form a party, causing him to remain stuck in the town where his journey began. One day, he is suddenly invited to join a party by three beautiful women, Sil, Anemone, and Gore. Or Gore, I guess her name would be Gore. Overjoyed at finally setting off on an adventure, Toto is filled with excitement. But, little does he know, these women are dead set on killing him. A deathly harem rom-com unfolds the socially anxious hero who faints from their mere flustered excitement around women, finds himself the target of three deadly companions, each with their own reasons for wanting him gone. That's
they
dorky.
Want him dead?
Yep. They all have their reasons for wanting him dead. I'm very curious what that's going to be. I'm assuming like one will probably have like, yeah, he took down a kingdom and the nobles are mad and they want him dead because of it. One, I don't know, their dad was the Demon King. Like I can see I'm guessing that's Gore, the lolly one. Like their dad is the Demon King and he defeated the Demon King or something like that. It's got that whole feel for it. But it seems like they're having a little bit of struggle there. Obviously because he's OP, and it's probably going to turn a lot of the fact that they just can't kill him. Or that he saves them, and it seems like they might have feelings for him because he's so great. But it sounds goofy. But again, that's a massive question mark on how long that joke can last. That's a massive question mark.
Right. I don't know. Curious. Looks fun. I could go for it.
He punches the dragon's head off from the neck. Like he cuts it by punching it. Yeah, you can't take their sex appeal. they're trying to fluster him that way. Director worked on Slow Loop and Cast on Dandelion and Ayakashi Triangle. Series composition writer is Michiko Yokote. Once again, very good writer there. We'll see though. The Stun Hero and the Assassin Princess. Let's see. We're almost there. We're getting closer and closer. There's so many shows to go through. Good thing 18 of them are returners. That we don't have to dive too much into those ones. We already kind of know what we want to talk about with those ones. But yeah. Next one is April Showers Bring May Flowers. Busu ni Hana Taba wo. Hana Tabata is a lonely and unpopular high school girl with negative thoughts. Early morning in the classroom where she was pretending to be a manga heroine. The class's good-looking Yosuke accidentally saw her. This love. You will definitely want to support it. Okay. Masochistic system unpopular girl comedy? Masochistic system unpopular... What the hell is a synopsis? Anyways, this sounds like a very, like... that sounds like an edgy kid wrote this synopsis, and they're working in marketing for some reason.
She's probably masochistic.
Masochistic system unpopular girl comedy. What's the masochistic system unpopular girl? She's an unpopular girl. It's a comedy. But what does masochistic system unpopular girl comedy together mean? I get what each part means. That's the part I'm not getting. Anyways, dumb, stupid, whatever. I get massive vibes of that Kiss Him Out Me I literally, when I seen, like, I think it was the key art, or maybe I seen the PV first, but I was like, is this Kiss Him Not Me? Oh, no, it's not Kiss Him Not Me. The whole idea of, like, having, like, the chubby girl and all the guys like her, and it doesn't make sense to her. But that one got old because I got sick of the whole, like, Kiss Him Not Me concept where, like, nobody loves me, they can't love me, yada yada. But I'm afraid this might do that too, like where she thinks something's wrong, like they shouldn't like me kind of thing. I mean, it's got a cuteness to it, but we'll see.
Yeah, I don't know, we'll see. Not really feeling that too much. It's
probably gonna have like a whole harem, isn't she? She's gonna have a whole harem.
It looks like it. She's got the pretty boy that walked in, and she got a sports guy a little bit later, and then it seemed like there was one other, but I could be wrong.
Cat's Eye's coming back. Cat's Eye 2025. Protagonists of the series are the three Kisugi girls. Run a cafe, Cat's Eye. The sisters lead a double life trio, highly skilled art thieves, leaving cards with the name Cat's Eye at their scene of their crimes. They steal works of art, mostly paintings, that belong to their long missing father. I guess I can't kind of read that thanks to YouTube. In the hopes of him contacting them, Toshio, the police officer investigating the case, is the fiance of Hitomi. He is also swears to capture and bring down the Cat's Eye gang. Leading Films working on it. Source of manga, of course. And, of course, the creator is Tsukasa Hojo, who did City Hunter and Angel Heart. So, another remake of an old classic. We'll see if that one turns out well. I barely remember anything about Cat's Eye. But we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, I barely remember much of it either. But it would be fun to see a show. I always love seeing the revamps, so
I'm not too impressed visually with what I'm seeing animation wise. That's like my only concern. Like, if you're gonna bring this stuff back, you better at least make it look better than how it used to look. I know the whole idea of modernizing it, but I'm not like a huge fan of the animation so far. We'll see though. That's a question mark for me. Hell's Teacher's also getting an readaptation, another remake. Again, I think we're gonna get like 2 a season going forward now. It feels like. Hell's Teacher, Jikoku Sensei Nube. This one is a new anime project for the blah blah blah. The story follows Meisuke Nueno, aka Nube, a psychic teacher with a demon hand, as he battles evil spirits and monsters to protect the students in his this saga that employs elements of Japanese mythology and folklore to tell a fan-pleasing action story known for its occult and horror elements on school ghost stories and urban legends. Nube captivates readers across generations. Okay, it's like an advertisement again. What's with all these synopses being advertisements? Just tell me what the thing is. Studio is Kai is working on that one. So, sources of manga, genres are action, comedy, horror, supernatural. This one I don't think I watched the original.
I remember it, but I don't remember.
Familiar.
Yeah, it definitely looks very familiar.
Looks familiar, but yeah, I don't recognize it, or I don't recognize much in it. It's a goofy concept. It reminds me of, it's almost like a Great Teacher Onizuka, but he's not a delinquent. He's just like beating up bad guys that are harming his kids. And it looks like there's a little bit of a misunderstandings comedy kind of mixed in there as well. He's just using his demon hand and beating up baddies, and the other teachers are probably taking it incorrectly or something. Hanging out with the kids after school, but he's saving their lives and people get the wrong impression or something. I don't know. I'm definitely gonna be checking out this one. Hopefully it's gonna be another one that's kind of brought to a modern era in a good way. Again, like I said before, I'm actually liking these readaptations and keeping a lot of that old aesthetic to it. There you go. Hell Teacher. And the last of the new shows we have is With Vengeance, Sincerely, You Broken Saintess. Oh, You're Broken Saintess. You or your. With Vengeance, Sincerely, You're Broken Saintess. Kizu darake seijo yori hofuku wo komete. Lua is a scientist candidate who possesses the power of healing, but her ability had one flaw. She could only heal others by transferring their wounds upon herself. Because of this, others bullied her, calling her the fallen saintess, but it didn't bother Lua because her best friend, Ariane, is always stood up for her. One day, Lua's crush, Commander Garrett, was on the brink of death from a... I was so seeing this coming. Was on the brink of death from a beast attack. Lua healed him, which left her on the verge of death. When she woke up, she learned all the credit was given to Ariane. I kind of was seeing that coming too. And she finally saw her best friend's true colors. Devastated, Lua is lost and hopeless when the second prince appears in front of her and is with a tempting offer. What would happen to Lua as she begins her new life as a villainess? Seen that coming. That is a everybody betrays you, go to the better prince. They're so much nicer. I kind of... This PV's got nothing in it, by the way.
Yeah, right.
Which concerns me for, is that literally what we're getting? Because if that's the only trailer you got looks like just shots from a web manga animated a little bit. Anyways, this could be good. Like, I'm not usually like immediately jumping on these types of story, which again is the girl treated like horribly by Kingdom and then other Kingdom prince is nice. But this could have like a really good idea to it if, like, again, the other prince wants him to work on something with her, and it's specifically saying New Life as a villainess. Is she the villainess, or does he want her to be the villainess? What does he want her to do, kind of thing, is really the big question.
Well, I could see her friend being the one that's taking the main heroine slot, and so if she's getting the main heroine slot, then she has all the motivation to become the villainess.
I would assume everybody understands what her ability is, so it's kind of funny, the idea of how does she take credit. The assumption there is after the prince is not dead, you have Lua is nearby and she's bleeding out. Oh, I wonder who saved her. Oh, don't look at her. But she's bleeding out over here. Yeah, we all know that her ability is to take the wounds, but she just tripped. She's got a cough. Don't worry about her.
Yeah, didn't they just say that everybody had revered her as the broken saintess or something?
The only thing I can imagine is that he's like mortally wounded. She heals her and then heals him, loses consciousness, and then nobody else is there. And then this other girl walks in and takes credit and hides her away and recuperates her or whatever, but hides her away so nobody knows. I don't know. Anyways, get a better PV. That's all. Just get a better PV. Let's even see if the channel even has anything new. No, they're busy showing off. Is this even an official channel?
Dun dun dun. They're showing off on Dun dun.
They're showing off Arknights and Danadon, Gachiakuta. I don't think this is the official channel. Never mind. Anyway, with vengeance, sincerely, your broken saintess. And that's it. That's it for the news shows. Of course, we have coming back. Dun dun dun. Did you watch the first season? You did. No? Oh, that's right, because you were saying Furikuri. That was one of those ones where he kept saying Furikuri. You gotta jump on the bandwagon, man. I think there was a time where I was trying to get you on board. It's time to finally get on board, Chris. You gotta get on. It's
time to get on board.
You gotta get on the Dun 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 hype. But yeah, I'm super excited for Dun 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 season 2. Really love the first season. I covered episodes by episodes of the first season. Had a lot of fun covering it. Had a lot of great views from that. A lot of people, community kind of jumping in on it. It was a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to covering that again next season. So that's a must. That's just a must. Just starting.
Yes.
Hype.
Yep.
Hype. This is like, what was it? 2019, I think, was the first season.
Seems like it's been forever.
Forever ago. But I'm super. Have you even seen the new trailer for it?
Mm-mm.
You haven't. You're watching the new trailer. You have to watch the new. Look at she does the whole Pocky thing. Hey, you want Pocky? He's like, yeah, sure. Here you go. Damn.
No, clearly.
Damn.
Clearly, you have to do it the right way.
Here you go. Here you go. You wanted a Pocky? Come for the Pocky. But yeah, the Pocky looks good. The music they have in there already, it just has that fun bubbliness to it. I'm super pumped for it, dude.
She's so freaking cute.
Can't wait more. We have the other girl, best girl in there one though. I do like Mylindo. I do love Mylindo a lot. I was telling somebody the other day, and it was a Psychologist. They were talking about, I think Psychologist doing his tier list, and they were talking about that. And I'm like, the best way I can explain is like, it's not as if Dress Up Darling does anything like super innovative. It just does it all perfectly.
Right.
It just does it perfectly. Like, you don't need to watch all the other rom-coms, all the other like cosplay girl or a taku character girl, like the best waifu character that is a taku dork, like you are. She fits all the mold, and it does it in a way that's just perfect. So yeah, plus hot Hikaru cosplaying as extremely lewd stuff is the key thing there. She has like this fascination with this extremely lewd visual novel, and she wants to cosplay it. I'm pumped for it. Kaiju number 8's coming back. I don't think you watched the first season, right?
Nope.
This is a good one right here. This is a good prime example. Kaiju number 8, and Dr. Stone's coming back too. Dr. Stone, Kaiju number 8. Couple cuckoos. It's cuckoos again. Couple of cuckoos. Sakamoto Days. These are all shows that are prime examples of why does it have to be in the season? Because I'm not like super invested in these shows, especially Dr. Stone. That last season's, I cooled down a lot with that last season. Kaiju number 8, along with those, is a prime example of why does it have to be in this season? Because I'm not that invested. So it's going to be very difficult for me to keep on this. I like it. It's a fun show. But damn, why this season? But yeah, Sakamoto Days Part 2 is coming out. Second part of Sakamoto's Days. I'm going to watch the first episode of Sakamoto Days. If it doesn't hit me, I will watch it later. I think this will probably be a good just binge it later. Because I'm not gonna, again, similar to Kaiju, I'm definitely not gonna be like that invested in Sakamoto Days. And it's Netflix too, so I'm gonna have to like go out of my way to get it. And I'm gonna quickly forget it. Like right now, I really like Yaiba. Right now. It's on Netflix, and it's just I keep forgetting about it because it's out of the way. Go Loser Rangers the same thing. It's like it's so out of the way. I can't.
And that's what happened with a lot of the because I think that there was the robot girl. I had to go and download it. And
I've been watching that in bursts of like 4 episodes because I keep forgetting. It's Ocean Vale. It's just like out of the way. Sure. Thanks. It's a bugger. All right, Chris. You ready for Nazan to come back? Are you hyped for some more Call of the Night?
Yes.
Dude, I'm pumped. It's funny because this is one of the ones where like as the summer season was coming up and I kept like peeking at the season every single time, like, oh, that's right, Call of the Night's coming back. Cannot freaking wait for the show to come back. I love it. Best way that I can describe what there's 2 elements. Well, there's 3 elements. One is Nazuna, like easily one of my favorite like dork zombies. Like this girl's just like she's a little bit of a hot mess, and she's just fun to be around. She's got with the elements of like the nightlife, which is the second element that I love. I think they capture the nightlife so well. Just that feel of the streets and the lights, the backdrops and everything. The studio leading films, so good. But the other element that I love so much is really like the storytelling. Now, how like a lot of these characters, yeah, there's the crazy vampire stuff, obviously, that we'll get into, but like just the random people they sometimes run into that have like simple but complicated issues that they're trying to resolve. Like the best example they always had was the lady that's being overworked, and she goes there to have like that massage thing they do, and then Nazuna, tricks him into having to do the massage instead, and then it gets into her story and how she's just kind of overworked and she's kind of losing it. And then at some point during the whole process, she gets a text from the boss to come back to the office again. And she literally started losing it right there. And I forget exactly what they said. It was something about the fact that she misses just kind of having freedom. And so what they do? Takes her out. Well, I think they remember they threw her out the window or something like that. Anyways, this idea of like breaking the rules where he steps out onto the street in the middle of the night and it says, come out here. Like, break the rules. Just come out here and just stand in the street. And again, it was like that whole idea of like the symbolism that it had. There's a lot deeper. I'm trying to keep it simple as possible. But the idea there was that this is something that's very simple. Just step out on the road. But it's impactful to her because there's so much meaning behind it. And they did that with a lot of characters. I thought they did a really good job with the storytelling of it. So I'm hyped. And it seems like they're going to get more into the... I think the synopsis that I read was possibly hinting at getting into Nazuna's story. Because there's like that whole aspect of the vampires and their past. Yeah. We'll see. I'm pumped. This is definitely one of those ones where like I was so close to jumping the manga. Like I read a little bit in the manga just to see if I can get an answer for what I was kind of speculating. But this is one of those ones where like I did not want to pick up the manga because of how good Leiden Films was nailing it. So hopefully that's same for second season. Rise and Shield Hero? Season 4?
For sure.
Another one that's with Sakamoto days where it's like, I mean, I liked part of season 3. Like it was trying to save it a little bit for me, but
I'm really digging the story that they're doing.
Yeah.
I really like it.
You just like the blind girl. You just like the OP blind girl.
She was not even in my things that I was considering right now, but yeah, she is absolutely.
What is
really
Raftalia becoming the sword maiden? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that was like 3 seasons ago.
No, that was in season 3. Was it in season 2?
I think it was in season 2.
It's not 3 seasons ago.
It was after. It was after the
because they did the whole
turtle,
the book hero dude, and that whole stupid crap. And then yeah, she was on the side of it, and she became So I guess it would be 2, I think. But now because she's a sword and she's wearing the kimono, she made him mad. I like the fact that she wore a kimono and it opens up a stupid storyline. These ninjas have been watching her for decades, waiting for her to put on a kimono, and it starts a war. It's like making a better excuse for starting a damn war against her. We have to make a reason for him to have to go to their hometown. She puts on a kimono and it offends them. Stupid. We knew you were going to try to take over the crown because you wore the kimono. Anyways.
I forgot about that, but yeah, that's true.
I'm glad I remember because it's such a stupid rant that I have. Rascals Do Not Dream is coming back. Have you watched any of the movies? I have not watched the movies.
No.
So I have
not watched anything since the first season.
Yeah, same me. I have two issues before next season that I'm prioritizing. One, I have to finish all the damn shows I have to finish right now for this season. But 2, I want to watch Panty and Stocking before the new season comes out. Spoiler. And I want to watch the 2 movies. I think it's 2 movies, right? It's Knapsack Kid and
Sleeping Sister or something.
Yeah, I think
there's a Sleeping Sister in there. There's a
I think Sleeping Sister's a Knapsack Kid. I could be wrong. I'm wrong a lot. Rascal Does Not Dream Wikipedia. I'm not going to Mal. Stay away from Mal. Again, I have to ban that from my list. See. Animated series Does Not Dream Mynoghra Senpai. We have animated films. We have Dreaming Girl. Sister Venturing Out. Knapsack. There's 3. I gotta watch 3 freaking... I may have watched one of these. I may have watched Dreaming Girl. I don't remember. But I have to watch 3 movies. Are they long? Do you know? 89 minutes. So at least an hour. 73 minutes, so at least an hour again. 75 minutes. So I have like 3 hours worth of movies to watch. That's not horrible. That's not horrible. That's not like watching 3 seasons of shows in order to get caught up. But I do want to get caught up on that. I really do. Are you going to try?
No, it wasn't one of my favorite shows, so
it was not mine either. It was one of those ones where I liked the concept. I like the concept and I like the sister, and that's the main key thing. It's like I don't know why I haven't watched the movies because I like the sister. But I like the concept. The concept is really interesting. And that's the idea of almost like I think back then I had described it as like it's almost like Monogatari series, but without a bunch of lolly characters running everywhere. It's like Monogatari series where it's like he's finding these oddities that each one of them has and trying to help them with it or whatever. There was a couple of stories that I didn't like. Like, I really hate the time loop thing, even though I like that character. I don't know. I'm hoping the movies are a lot better, but we'll see. I'm definitely gonna get caught up on it. Dr. Stone, Science Future Part 2. Again, I wish this was a different season because I'm so busy and I'm losing my interest in this show. I'm still gonna watch it. I'm still gonna watch it, but still, it's a struggle. Bad season to be in. Grand Blue. Did you watch Grand Blue? Grand Blue's Dreaming is coming back.
The boys club show.
Yeah, it's like a college students. They do a lot of deep sea diving and drink beers and strip down naked over and over again. Yeah, the second season's coming. Are you gonna watch it?
I don't know. Probably not.
I dropped it so fast for the first season. It's just not. It's not me. Like I
liked it.
I'm not like beer chugging guy college type. And that's what it felt like.
Yeah, I liked it just fine, but I'm not gonna go jumping after it.
I'm sorry, I did not have a phase of my life where I hung out with the guys and we all stripped down naked and waved our wieners around and drank beer. I missed that era. I did not go that route. But good power to you. Good power to y'all. Y'all enjoy your Grand Blue. I'm happy for people because I know for the longest time people were like massive fans of it. And we had a lot of people in our community that were massive fans of it. So I'm happy people get second season. Just like new panty and stocking with garter belt. Again, I'm going to try it again. I have it stored somewhere, and I'll be watching. I haven't downloaded it. I have it ready to go, and I'm going to watch it. I will watch it English dub because it's one of the few anime that is like praised for its English dub. So I'll be watching that, and hopefully I can watch it all. If I watch it,
which I do want to, it would be probably the Japanese dub.
I would probably, if I did a second watch, I'd probably watch it again that way. I know there's a lot of people say just watch both of them and then choose. But I've heard, the first time I watched it was in English dub, and I did like it. It just wasn't my humor. Like, the dub is good, but it's just not me. Like, it's not my taste. So, yeah, technically, there could be a chance that the Japanese would be better, but I would assume that it's probably going to still have that same crass humor, because that's what people love Panty and Stocking for, is the crass humor, which was a humor that I did not vibe with. Now, I will admit, and it was funny because I was a couple comments that were made on my top 10 anticipated list that were saying like, if you were like a fan of things like South Park and stuff and all that kind of stuff, you'll like it. And I'm like, I was a massive fan of like South Park growing up. Like, I love that humor. That was great. But the problem is, by the time that I watched Panty and Stocking, I was out of that. Like, I got tired of that humor. And that was about the same time that I started getting into Japanese anime again, because I had this little break period there. So I'll watch it, but it is that sense of if I'm going to be able to kind of, ease into that very, at the time, Gainax, very trigger over the top, like crass humor, flipping off the screen, all that kind of stuff. Ooh, we're Edge Boy. Will it work for me? We'll see. But I've heard a lot of good things about the story, and so there's going to be the other aspect there where even if I don't get the humor while I enjoy the story, crazy bonkersness of the story. But I'm going to watch it. I'm going to try. I might get 6 episodes instead of never. Sorry, guys, I tried. It's not my thing. I'm sorry. I tried. Anyways,
I just want to kind of give it the idea of the almost anti magical girls, what it kind of felt like when I was watching it.
Yeah, I just couldn't not think of edgy Powerpuff Girls. Edgy Powerpuff Girls. Sexual edgy Powerpuff Girls. Seventh Prince has come back, Chris. I was reincarnated as the Seventh Prince so I can take my time perfecting my magical abilities. Season 2. This is. I'm probably gonna watch it. I'm probably going to clip it and never watch it, because again, I was not that invested in this show, and I'm not going to give up precious time for it.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure I liked it. So I'll go back and check it out.
Shota Thighs?
Oh, was it Shota Thighs?
Yeah, Shota Thighs.
I'll watch it.
You're gonna watch it. If you're gonna watch it for anything, you can watch it for the ecchi. The show has good thighs overall. The show to thighs creeps me out. I just hate the protagonist. I still despise him even to this point. Rent a Girlfriend's coming back season 4. It's got
No.
This season will have one of the
I'm making an absolute no on that.
I'm gonna watch it up into the big upset moment. I'm going to farm it for content, and I'm gonna drop it forever.
Yeah.
There's supposedly like the first big WTF moment in this season that outraged everybody. That for some reason thought the writing was good, and then I was telling somebody the other day, I think the writer of Rent a Girlfriend is a genius because he's essentially created a character that he's in love with, or at least the public sees him, and he puts it out there. The public sees him as obsessed with his own main heroine, the cover girl. Now, I think people believe that, but that's all a ruse. He wants people to think that he's obsessed with him and that he's dragging out the story for hundreds of chapters, constantly having Kazuya never get with her. And then everybody believes that it's because he's obsessed with her that he will never let the main guy get with her. But it's actually he's genius and he's milking everybody for hundreds and hundreds of chapters. All while he's making bank, everybody's peed off. Because yeah, here this recent chapter, apparently something big happened again, so it's a garbage show, dude. You guys, I don't understand why people keep falling for this stupid show, but I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna milk it for content, and I'm never gonna look back. Yeah, Rent a Girlfriend. That's doing. Couple Cuckoos, like I mentioned earlier, Couple Cuckoos coming back for second season. I did not like the first season. I will probably not watch this season. It's changed studios. It looks completely different. You on board with it?
I don't remember.
You don't remember Couple Cuckoos? What was it? What was the story? It's like he starts living with the girl, and was the father was trying to get them together or something like that. It's one of those stupid things. Nagi was raised as the son of a diner owner. Erika is the daughter of a hotel tycoon. The parents encourage them to become engaged, and they begin their new life together. Soon after, though, everybody else shows up. Everybody else shows up. The harem shows up. That's the story. Oh yeah, the sister. I remember the sister was into him. I liked the sister. I was rooting for the sister arc.
I mean, I remember pink hair, but
yeah,
I seem to remember liking it, but I can't remember.
Yeah, that's that though. Vending machines come back. Reborn is a vending machine. I now wander the dungeon. Season 2. Again,
Gonna watch it.
Was not impressed enough with the first season. Will not for sure watch it in this season. There's too much.
It's weird. I don't know why it is what it is, but I'll watch it. I enjoyed it.
Toilet Bound Hanako-kun, though. Toilet Bound Hanako-kun Season 2 Part 2 is coming out. I am super, super hyped.
I gotta catch up.
You have to. You have to. Now, this is the sucky part, because I remember I said back when I reviewed...
Because I was the one that was watching it the first season.
You did watch the first season?
Oh, yeah.
Well, good for you. Failing now, apparently. But no, I remember when I reviewed this Season 2, do you recall what I said? I really badly love it so much that I want to rewatch the first season and the second season Part 1 again, because I really want to kind of make sure I kind of cover everything and don't forget anything, because I kind of want to do video content on the second part. Like I want to do weekly videos on it. I don't think I'm able to. I said I would back there, but I don't think I was ready to find out what was going to be in summer. Like I literally set myself up for failure, because there's no way in hell I'm going to have enough time to watch this show and cover this show too with everything else that I'm covering. We'll see what's in that day. If I remember correctly, Hanako-kun I think was early in the week, which is usually like a bad time for me. We'll see though.
So do your video on a later part of the week. I mean, no, you're going to miss out on a couple of...
Yeah, it's very difficult to do videos on off days. Like, you usually have to post it on the day of, because that's when, like, people are searching for it. So, I understand. And I do that currently with Kowloon. Because Kowloon is just not fitting in my Saturdays, or at least my Sundays. So, I'm usually a day late on my Kowloons. We'll see. It might end up being my Kowloon of that season. Just no matter what the views are, I just kind of want to talk about it because I love it that much. So you're right. But one show I will be covering because I loved covering the previous seasons and I love the fandom. I can never get into the damn game. I played it several times, but I could never seem to keep in it. Arknights. I love the first 2 seasons. Rise of Ember, which is Rise from Ember is coming up, looking super good. Like the PV looks like Arknights. Like they're gorgeous. What I've said before is that like Arknights has in a lot of cases not been like the most crazy animated series, but their directing's phenomenal. Like whoever's like working on their directorial team is just so freaking good. Like the different perspective shots and everything, the angles and whatnot, it's some good stuff. Like doing the most for what you have essentially is what I kind of feel it is. But yeah, getting into Talala, I think it's going to be an Talala story, and I'm super pumped for that. A little bit of a look into the bad guys and why they do what they do, why they're attacking Lungmen. Yeah, I'm pumped for that. Have you watched any of that show yet?
No.
Too much crying animal girls in poofy jackets with guns?
No.
Too much psychological trauma in poofy jackets. It's definitely it's got some heavy stories. Mr. Otsumatsu is coming back for a 4th season. Is
that the octuplets or whatever the heck they are?
Yeah, there's 6 of them. What would be 6 tuplets? 6 tuplets, right?
Yeah, not watching. No, I don't even care about the
Do
PB.
you want to see it?
No.
Look, there's 6 of them.
No.
Look, there's 6 of them. Oh, you want to watch the Vampires Chun's PV again?
There you go.
You can watch that instead. Yeah, I won't be watching that. Puninu is Kawaii Slime. This is another one where it's like, oh, this hurt. This one actually hurts because I'm not that invested in Puninu. And I hate that it's in summer. Like, where is all this broadcasting? Like, did Japan make new TV stations? Is Japan's like live television? All I can think of is Japan's live television like shows are declining, and they're replacing it with animation.
No, I think they're probably going streaming too.
No, I mean like where this stuff would broadcast on television, on TV in Japan, you assume it's replacing something else, and my assumption is that they're taking out like TV shows that are live action to put them in those slots.
Not necessarily. Not if they're going streaming. If the channels are dropping off.
Well, I would have to look at every single show individually, but I'm assuming these shows are going into TV time slots in Japan on television. But yeah, you're right. Well, no, because they're all listed at. Now Mal could be wrong, and any chart could be wrong, but both AnyChart and Mal are listing these as TV broadcasts. They're not listing them as ONAs. ONAs would be straight to network on streaming sites. They're saying they're going into TV blocks by putting them in the TV slots. But again, I could be wrong. They could. Well, I couldn't be wrong. They could be wrong.
Yeah.
AnyChart and them could be wrong.
Like maybe they're just automatically putting that as default.
Right. I can see.
I mean, I don't know. That's just off the top of my head. I mean, if I was just yanking something out of my butt.
Don't do that. Well, let me know so I can turn off the camera. This is YouTube friendly.
It would be more along the lines of, I could see the, even if they're not all getting slots, just throwing them up and streaming them.
Just throw up.
Because, I mean, quite a few of them are going straight to Netflix, aren't they?
Yeah, but in a lot of those cases, they are also on television. It's just Netflix has the network or has streaming rights. So, yeah. Anyways, Puninu, I want to watch it, but it looks like that the main reason why I'm enticed by the new season is because they show another slime.
Oh yeah,
they show another slime. There's not just Puninu anymore. There's competition slime. There's a second slime. And so Puninu is going to have to compete with this other slime that's going to try to take him from her. It looks like they're going to do a lot of like, I guess they're isekai at some point because they go into another world and he's an adventurer. So I don't know. We'll see. There's Dark Puninu again still. There's still Dark Puninu. Cute High Defense Club. Hikata is coming out. So a new series of the Cute Heights Defense Club. I guess I don't know, what is it?
I didn't know they brought that back.
It's like, it looks like it's the characters, but it looks like a spin-off. Like they're doing something else. New series for Binon Koko Shukubu. No, I guess it's the main series. It's just Hikata. New series for it. There you go, Chris. You liked Cute High Defense Club. Love, right?
It's been a long time. I don't remember.
I think you watched all of them, right? Because there was Cute High Defense Club, and then there was Cute High Defense Club, love, and then there was love, right? I don't know. That's cool. So
it looks like they're going back in time or something.
Probably. And then we have finally the last one returner for we have two more, but the one's a short. We have Card Fight Vanguard Divinez Deluxe Kesshou-hen, the fourth season of Card Fight Vanguard Divinez. And then finally the last show that we had a list is a short. Which the only short that we have is Yami Shibai's 15th season. It's still going. They're still going. They're like, I don't know. We're like, hell yeah, we're going in summer too, guys. So you all know. 15th season. All right. Didn't you have like a period of time where you're trying to burn through all of Yami Shibai at some point?
I tried to.
That's crazy. We're getting to we're eventually we'll get to One Piece numbers. Not quite. But yeah, of course, then we also have finally the continuing shows for the season, which makes it even more difficult. We have Witch Watch is going for 26 episodes, which I'm absolutely loving that show. And Shirley is continuing. I love that show so much, going for 24 episodes. To Be Hero X, I'm loving that show. It's going for 24 episodes. Apparently, Summer Pockets and Sword of the Demon Hunters is supposed to be 2 core. I have yet to see like official confirmations on both of those, but they're not listing them, so you'd assume by now they would actually say, yeah, we're good. That's all the episodes you're getting. We're wrapping up in a couple days. But they're still not listed, so I'm assuming Summer Pockets and Sword Demon Hunters going on. So that's 5 shows continuing from spring already. And then add on that all the returners of 18 right there and all this other stuff. It sucks, dude. It sucks so bad. So yeah, that's it. That is the summer 2025 anime season. That's it's gonna be a doozy. I guess for those that missed my top most anticipated list, Babaka, shame on you. The main ones I'm looking forward to right now for returners obviously is Call the Night, Dandadan, Arknights, Dress Up Darling, Toy Battle Hanako-kun. Those are the main ones. Those are the main ones. Like, I'm still gonna, again, there's a couple of other ones I'm gonna check out, like Rascal and Panty. So if I can go watch this first seasons. Now, for the new series, Summer Hikaru Dies, Secret of Silent Witch, Night of Living Kato, The Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity, Takopi's Original Sin, Watari-kun's Bleep is About to Collapse. Honestly, I would thinking back on it now, I think I would probably swap out Watari-kun's Bleep is About to Collapse. I'd probably put Gachiakuta there, because I think I'm more so. I have stupid reasons for wanting to be intrigued by Watari-kun's Bleep is About to Collapse, and it's just a stupid title. Gachiakuta probably is going to be a little more entertaining. We'll see though.
The stupid island,
huh?
The island.
I haven't gotten there yet.
The naughty island.
That's Nukitashi's The Animation. That one's staying in my list. Don't even try. Culture Exchange with a Game Center Girl, City the Animation, Introduction of Mineralogy. Those are all that's my top 10 like most.
I could do the Mineralogy. I could also do the
You're excited for this stupid restaurant for my Daughteru show.
Yeah, I could do that.
And your turkey show. Oh, no, it wasn't.
I don't know. The turkey one, the only problem with the turkey one is I just don't see that holding my interest as much.
She has wind phobia, Chris. What a great engaging plot line. She has wind phobia. And that's so funny because that's actually an ongoing trope in a lot of those sports types of shows. There's that person that
that won't touch it
wrong
because somebody murdered his grandma with an axe.
It always comes down. Well, it could be like a thing like it could be a thing like 100 Girlfriends where like she hit a home run and it hit somebody, Like you're afraid of getting a home run because you're afraid it's going to hit somebody. But it's usually like this idea of like, yeah, because they were so good, their friendship broke up or something like that. So now they have win phobia because I don't want to hurt friendships ever again. Just hit the stupid ball in the gutter. Just go. I know there's performance anxieties and stuff like that. That's a real thing. There's a legit real thing there. But like to purposely lose, it's weird. It's weird. I'm sure there's some like actual clinical psychology thing that's real, and everybody's gonna start emailing me. Actually, Andrew, it's a real thing, and I've totally never suffered it before, but I know it's a real thing. I should never make fun of it.
My second cousin has that.
I've never experienced before, but how dare you say it comically? You offend me, even though I've never experienced it. We'll see though. Like I'm also gonna be checking out Bullet Stun here. I'm checking all of them out, but like, for Pete's sakes, anime, chill the F out. Did I say that earlier? Chill the F out. It's gonna be nuts. So how many do you think you're gonna be able to pull off next season, Chris? How many are you gonna try to pull off next season?
Oh God, I don't even freaking know.
At least 10.
I'm gonna shoot for probably closer to 20, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to hold up with that 20.
You're going to try, and then you will fail miserably later on. Okay, got you. We're all going to try. I seen so many people in the comment section for my top 10 anticipated list where it's just like, I want to watch everything, and I will probably fail. Like all these people, like literally, I want to watch all the stuff that I anticipate, and I'm just like replying, let's suffer together then. We will suffer together. Latom. In the spirit of the assistant artist that worked on Fire Force, Latom, that's in the season. Anyways, looking forward to it. Hope you guys enjoyed this run through of the entire season. How long did this go on for? I don't even remember what the first part was. It was
I'm thinking you're shooting for about 5 hours right now, or 4 hours.
No, it could be 4 hours.
6 till 10. That's 4 hours.
Where's the first one at? Is this the first one? That was an hour and a half, and this is an hour and a half. So we're 30. We're at 3 hours. We're at 3 hours. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this run through. As per usual, we're at talkspirit.com. It's where all of our links are, social media links, ways to get a hold of us, ways to support us, all that stuff. We greatly appreciate you guys' support and all your kind words. But yeah, until the next podcast, y'all take care.
Os.